Hi everyone, we hope you're doing well. We're hanging in there though honestly, we haven't been getting much sleep lately. Today, we want to answer a question we get a lot: how do we publish our audiobooks? First, we post most audiobooks on Patreon as paid content. They stay paid for a few months. After that, they become free to listen to on Patreon forever. A few weeks later, we post them on other places like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, X. Lately, things have been a bit slow in terms of new members. So we'd love your help. Please share our site with your friends or in places like Facebook groups, Twitter, X, Discord, Reddit, or novel forums. Even one share can really help us grow. Thanks so much for your support. Chapter 155, Acquired Skill, Delete Clothes. This octopus was enormous, and old Master Ren tore open its body, drilling in bit by bit. At the same time, Chi-Zhao tossed out the crimson dice, which had just finished cooling down. Thus, one corpse and one man started working together, burrowing into the walking octopus king's body to search for the treasure chest. Although these two walking octopus kings were dead, Chi-Zhao didn't let his guard down. Because earlier in that black train, a few people had escaped into the city ahead. They hadn't all been killed. He still needed to be wary of them. After all, the strength they showed wasn't exactly weak. Maybe they were just scared off by the sheer size of the two walking octopus kings. If it had been a desperate fight, they might not have lost. Sure enough, before long, flames and explosions came from the city. Looks like they were fighting the walking fish that had rushed into the city earlier. Under Chi-Zhao's feet was the corpse of the 3-story-tall octopus king. It would take a little longer to find the treasure chest inside it. Some walking fish climbing up along the octopus king's body were casually dealt with by Chi-Zhao. This wave of walking fish was about to finish landing. Because out on the sea in the distance, no more new walking fish were emerging. Chi-Zhao glanced back at the destroyed black train swallowed up by the fish swarm, feeling a little pained. He wondered if it was still usable. After about 10 minutes, Chi-Zhao secured both level 6 treasure chests. He recalled old Master Ren and the crimson dice back into the boundary bracelet, then spent 1 train coin to recharge the nanobugs before stepping on them again to fly toward the broken black train. Chi-Zhao spent 230 train coins to upgrade the boundary bracelet to Tier 2, Level 3. The special storage slots increased from 1 to 3. With the fish swarm gone, Chi-Zhao took some time to store the broken black train into the boundary bracelet. After finishing all that, Chi-Zhao returned to the yellow train, retrieved his own train. After Lao Yu, Wei Chu, and the others returned to the train carrying the soft-shell turtle, Chi-Zhao stored the yellow train into the boundary bracelet as well. Switched trains and moved on. Chi-Zhao chose to head to the public station, Zune. A flash of white light, and the train started up. Fuck, there's even more fish in the city than outside. Boss, what do we do? Go upstairs, higher up. As they cleared the walking fish blocking their way, they sprinted toward the tall buildings. They reached the rooftop of an 18-story building and let out a sigh of relief. Looking down at the dense mass of walking fish still pouring in, each of them felt like they had just escaped death. Boss, those 2 giant octopuses don't seem to be chasing us. Look at those 2 big octopuses. Everyone turned to look. Seeing the scene, they all gasped. The 2 giant octopuses that had forced them to abandon their car were now impaled by ice pillars, nailed to the spot. Dead as dead could be. Just looking at those ice pillars made them feel a chill seep into their bones. This is a miracle. What kind of power is this? It's terrifying. Thank God we weren't the target. No way, there's another expert. So these monsters were targeting the city. Let's hurry back. Maybe our train is still usable. Once we can depart, let's leave. After resting for a bit and recovering their strength with healing potions, they got ready to head down the building and back to the beach. At the beach, aside from the 2 octopus kings skewered by the giant ice pillars, there were only paralyzed walking fish scattered everywhere. As for the train, it had vanished at some point. Boss, our train's gone. Damn, what's up with this station? BB boss, the monsters are coming again. Run. In the end, they all died in that city teeming with walking humans and walking fish. It seemed the world detected something, because in an instant, all the walking fish vanished. The destroyed city was restored, and the dead citizens reappeared on the streets. The world returned to its original state, peaceful, quiet, and beautiful. As if the program had reloaded, everything reset to the initial setup. No foul smells, no walking fish. Everything would stay still until another train arrived, and then the program would restart. Phew, so this is what normal air smells like. Once the train started up, the disgusting smell drilling into their heads disappeared too. They took off their masks, gulping down the fresh air. Wei Chu pointed at Chi-Zhao in shock. You can actually turn into a beautiful girl? Chi-Zhao, is there anything you can't do? Conductor, you were so pretty just now. Kama Chizhou, do it again. I didn't get a good look earlier. Zijian clung to Chizhou's arm, shaking it, begging him to perform again. As for Chizhou instantly killing the Octopus King, nobody mentioned it at all. Only Li Huizi's eyes were filled with admiration. She gave a thumbs up and said, Sugoi. Next time for sure, next time for sure. Chizhou brushed it off, replying Sugoi to Li Huizi as well. Wait you, don't you want to check out your mission must be accomplished packages today? Oh right, I got distracted watching you. Wei Chu turned and tapped the screen. Today, his 3 packages were pretty ordinary, no items or treasure chests. Wei Chu randomly picked a bucket of fried chicken. Even though the train was traveling through the void, the little guy in the yellow uniform still showed up on time. Chizhou, come eat with us. You guys go ahead. I'm a bit tired, gonna catch up on sleep. Saying that, Chizhou sat on the spring mattress and teleported to the rear initial carriage. Then he opened up the trading platform and bought 2 level 6 keys. Those 2 keys cost him another 160 train coins. Big handfuls of train coins were thrown into the coin slot. Even Chizhou couldn't help but feel the pain. A flash of white light, and Chizhou got the 2 keys. These 2 keys were seriously weird. One was the size of a winter jujube, a little eyeball with a lively purple pupil. When you stared at it, you felt like someone was watching you from behind. The other one was actually shaped like a key. Even though it looked like a key, it squirmed in his hand and even stretched out its tongue to lick Chizhou's palm. It was alive. Chizhou shook his head and used them both to open the 2 newly acquired level 6 treasure chests. These 2 treasure chests looked just like real ones, shining with a silvery white glow. Opening the lids, he found 60 train coins piled up inside each one. After stashing the train coins into the boundary bracelet, Chizhou pulled out the items inside. A yellow card, and a white in-ear earbud. After taking out the items, Chizhou designated a material input zone. He tossed the empty treasure chests with lingering stink into it. The smell immediately vanished. Only then did Chizhou relax and start studying the 2 items. Skill card, skill card? Chizhou held the yellow card, and at the same time, a new screen popped up on the light curtain. Skill card detected. Delete clothes. Activate. Yes/no. Skill card? Delete clothes? Chizhou clicked yes, and the yellow card turned into a stream of light, flowing into his body. You have acquired the skill, delete clothes. You can temporarily remove the target's clothes. Removal duration, 3 minutes. Cool down for the same piece of clothing, 60 minutes, so this is a skill. Never thought my first proper skill would be ... removing other people's clothes. Chizhou was utterly dumbfounded. After leaving the dragon world, he had unlocked word spirit, ×0. But he never really understood why he had gotten that ability. In contrast, this skill card clearly explained what he had learned, how to use it, and the cooldown time. If he could suddenly strip an enemy's armor during a fight, it might have some unexpected effects. Thinking about that, Chizhou nodded to himself. He would try it out on Lao Yu later. After activating the skill card, Chizhou picked up the white in-ear earbud. It was just a single earbud, not even a pair. Confidence earbud. When worn, it will play background music, BGM, according to different situations, boosting your confidence and fighting spirit. In this BGM, I am invincible, Chizhou. He stuffed the earbud into his left ear. Sure enough, music started playing. It was a gentle, relaxing symphony that soothed the mind. Chizhou listened for a while, then took it out and put it away. No wonder there was only one earbud. If both ears were blocked, you wouldn't hear teammates or enemies during a fight. That would be like voluntarily giving up one of your 5 senses in battle. Chapter 156, Who the hell did this? During lunchtime, while Lao Yu was cooking, Chizhou pointed his finger, and his apron vanished. At the same time, Chizhou felt a momentary daze. A wave of fatigue surged over him. It was like he had just run 5 kilometers. Damn, it even drains my mental energy. But this kind of consumption was still acceptable, not too serious. 3 minutes later, the disappeared apron returned to Lao Yu. If Chizhou wanted, he could remove all the clothes from Lao Yu. Of course, that would definitely consume even more mental energy. Lao Yu, who was earnestly cooking, didn't notice anything had happened. Oh right, still needed to test whether items counted the same as regular clothes for removal. Since this skill couldn't be used on himself, Chizhou called Li Huizi over next door, handed her a pair of purple sheer socks, and asked her for help. This was the glowing silk stockings given to him by Kong Yu. They prevent varicose veins, have low defense, but can increase movement speed by 1%. Li Huizi took off her white calf socks and changed into the purple sheer socks, then Chizhou turned around. With a point of his finger, the glowing silk stockings on Li Huizi's legs disappeared. Chizhou immediately felt his mind go a bit fuzzy. Test complete, confirmed it worked. But similarly, the mental drain was greater than removing ordinary clothes. 3 minutes later, the stockings reappeared. After seeing Chi Zhao's trick, Li Huizi's eyes widened noticeably. Just as she was about to take off the stockings and hand them back to Chi Zhao, he waved his hand. Keep them, I don't need them anyway. Li Huizi was both surprised and overjoyed. She knew how precious these stockings were. This wasn't just any regular pair, it was an item that boosted movement speed. Although the color was a bit. If it had been white, black, or nude-colored, Li Huizi wouldn't have minded wearing it all the time. Chi Zhao, thank you. Chi Zhao waved his hand and returned to the kitchen. Seeing those people on the beach earlier resisting the walking fish swarm, Chi Zhao felt that it was time to boost the strength of his own crew. Some of the items he didn't use could be given to them to strengthen themselves. Inside the shuttle, Hidden Thread was fiddling with the underwear and sheer stockings on the table, cursing under his breath. Fucking Ghost Bro, scammed me out of 100 drain coins. Fuck your mother, Ghost Bro, I curse your son to grow a dick on his forehead. Because Wei Chu had logged in from elsewhere just in time, Hidden Thread failed to use the module extraction card. Unwilling to give up, Hidden Thread contacted Ghost Bro again and used a module extraction card to trade these 2 items back. To get that special module, these 2 items were necessary. Ghost Bro wasn't stupid either. He raised the price on the spot, scamming Hidden Thread for another 100 drain coins. And he promised that next time Hidden Thread swapped cards, he wouldn't hike the price again. Hidden Thread had no choice but to swallow this bitter pill. Huang LV Hong. Hidden Thread played with the white sheer socks in his hand, muttering these 3 words. Back when Hidden Thread was in Wei Chu's train, he had seen messages sent by Orderly Heaven to Wei Chu. Thus, he knew Wei Chu's identity, a member of the capture division of Orderly Heaven. And his mission target was a group of arms dealers in Zun. Huang LV Hong. Find Huang LV Hong and wait to strike. This time, I must reclaim the lost module. Before that, better send today's haul back home. Looking at the wealth of trophies spread across the table, Hidden Thread felt a lot better. Zun, Fog City. Because it sat inside a huge crater in Zun's terrain, Fog City was shrouded year-round in smog and poisonous miasma. Thus, it was home to Zun's lowest class, dirty, broken, chaotic, decayed. Which made governance here extremely difficult. Thus, fugitives wanted by Orderly Heaven loved to hide here. Because Orderly Heaven couldn't manage Zun. Xiagang District was the rich area within Fog City, lined with all sorts of uniquely shaped villas. But now, more than half had become ruins. Hidden Thread got off the shuttle, put on a reusable internal filter mask, and headed towards Xiagang District. This was the villa Hidden Thread had bought in Xiagang District. Inside it, he had stored all the trophies he had collected over the past decade. Wait, where's my fucking villa? During the previous battle between Konyu and Donghei Izui, over half of Xiagang District was destroyed. And among the ruined villas was Hidden Thread's. Fuck. With a thud, Hidden Thread dropped to his knees. The villa itself he didn't care about, but those 10 years of treasures. His collection came from countless worlds. It was also his source of motivation to keep traveling. Among his collection were Jinlian's camisole, Daji's lingerie, Black Widow's combat boots, Nami's mini-skirt, Rem's white silk stockings, and Mai's black silk stockings. Thinking about it, Hidden Thread was heartbroken. Tears unknowingly streamed down his face. He cried. Who the HLL did this? Chapter 157, Lao Yu's de Hulua, 7 flowers on 1 vine. The 7:00 alarm rang. Lao Yu slapped the gourd-shaped clock, and the singing stopped abruptly. Ah. Ha. Lao Yu yawned, paused the game, set down the controller, and got up. He pulled another all-nighter tonight. Mainly because Plants vs. Zombies Endless Mode was just too addictive. Wei Chu tried to stay up with him till the middle of the night but couldn't hold on. Now he was lying on the bed, limbs sprawled out, sleeping like a boss fish. Lao Yu first went to the bathroom, squeezed out some toothpaste, and started brushing his teeth. Train conductor said, "Gotta brush for 3 minutes, and don't forget to brush the tongue." Ugh, bleg. After washing up, Lao Yu headed to the zombie room. Inside the zombie room, the plants were still tirelessly working away. This is a pea shooter, that's a corn thrower, that's a cabbage thrower, and that's a watermelon thrower. After playing Plants vs. Zombies, Lao Yu now knew all these plants were brought back by Chi Zhao from another world. If only the train conductor could bring back a pot of each kind someday, hee hee. Morning, Sister Jin. Lao Yu greeted the golden-haired, big-breasted zombie as Sister Jin. And he made sure to greet her every time. But Sister Jin's mouth was gagged by Chi Zhao, so she could only make muffled sounds to respond to Lao Yu. Several pots of plants kept producing peas, corn, cabbage, and watermelon day and night. These were shot at the zombies, blocked by transparent acrylic panels, and dropped into the automatic compost bin below. Lao Yu dragged the full bin to the side, closed the lid, and pressed the start button. The automatic compost bin started producing magical multi-use fertilizer. Then Lao Yu brought over an empty automatic compost bin, placed it in front of the zombies, opened the lid, and continued collecting the vegetables. He picked up some vegetables that had fallen to the ground and casually tossed them into the compost bin, not wasting even a single pea. Next, he transported a full bin of magical multi-use fertilizer to the planting carriage and spread it evenly around the peach tree. Above the peach tree hung a fist-sized light orb. It was the ever-bright night lamp that Chi Zhao had brought from Lao Yu's last station. The ever-bright night lamp could accelerate plant growth, allowing them to grow even during the night. The peach tree growing so fast was largely thanks to it. Besides the peach tree at the center of the carriage, the four corners of the carriage also had different vegetables planted. Top left corner, a patch of gray mushrooms. These mushrooms tasted delicious and had a tender texture. They were excellent for both stir-fries and soups. Bottom left corner, a row of cilantro, a row of scallions, and 2 rows of chives. Top right corner, a large patch of green baby bok choy. This veggie was the easiest to grow. Scatter some seeds Chi Zhao bought, sprinkle some magical multi-use fertilizer, and by the next day, they'd sprout. Bottom right corner, 2 rows of wooden racks. Cucumber vines climbed out the racks, with spiky cucumbers hanging under little yellow flowers. Beside the cucumbers were 4 tomato plants. The tomatoes were thriving, each one about the size of a fist, bursting with a fruity aroma. Train conductor is amazing, he grew all these himself. Lao Yu fetched a second bin of magical multi-use fertilizer, and after spreading it, he headed to the kitchen to start boiling water. Fry eggs, first fry the eggs. Lao Yu grabbed half a dozen eggs from the shelves of the refrigerated carriage. Hey, train conductor, you're up too? Yeah. Chi Zhao turned on the coffee machine and brewed himself an iced coffee. Stayed up all night again? Hee hee. Lao Yu scratched his head awkwardly. Train conductor, how did you know? I touched the PS5 earlier. It was still warm. I'll go to bed early tonight. By the way, train conductor, what do you want for breakfast? Boil some egg noodles, and give me 2 fried eggs. Got it. Train conductor's eating egg noodles, so I'm eating egg noodles too. Chi Zhao left with his coffee. Not long after, Zijian came in, mumbling to herself. Sister's eye, breakfast today is egg noodles. Egg noodles? Sure. Your sister Huizi's relatives are visiting later, I'll come help you. Zijian ruffled Lao Yu's hair and went off to find Chi Zhao in the front carriage. Lao Yu carried the veggie basket back to the planting carriage. He picked a handful of tender baby bok choy and pulled some scallions. After returning, he washed them clean, then cut the scallions into sections and shredded some ginger. With the ingredients prepped, Lao Yu started frying eggs. His egg frying skills were getting pretty polished. He could now crack eggs with one hand. As the eggs hit the pan and met the hot oil, a sizzling sound erupted. And the delicious aroma soon followed. When the edges of the eggs curled slightly and the surface started to turn golden brown, Lao Yu flipped them expertly with a spatula. The timing was just perfect. Train conductor likes them a bit crispy, sister's eye and sister Huizi like them runny. Wait you? Whatever. Lao Yu remembered everyone's preferences and placed the finished eggs accordingly. Meanwhile, another pot of water had came to a boil, and he began cooking the dried noodles. Once the water boiled, Lao Yu added a scoop of cold water. After it boiled again, he fished out the noodles and rinsed them with cool boiled water. He heated oil in another pan and even added a spoonful of lard. Once the oil was hot, he tossed in the cut scallion whites and ginger shreds, stirred them till fragrant, and returned the fried eggs to the pan. He poured some black vinegar and soy sauce around the edges, letting the aroma explode, and then added boiled water. Next, he seasoned it with salt, chicken essence, and pepper. Then Lao Yu put the right amount of prepared noodles into the pot. Before it came to a full boil, he threw in a handful of baby bok choy and sprinkled in some scallions, and it was done. This one's for the train conductor. Next, I'll make sister's eyes. Lao Yu insisted on cooking 1 pot per person, ensuring each one's personal flavor. Besides egg noodles, Lao Yu also cut up some pig ears, braised beef shank, and pickled radish bits. Breakfast time. Lao Yu, not bad, tastes just right. Hee hee, all thanks to the train conductor's good teaching. Praised by everyone, Lao Yu scratched his head in embarrassment. Lao Yu, stay behind and watch the house later. Keep an eye on the Black Wind Grand Marshal. Remember, don't let it piss all over Little Fire Dragon again. Okay, train conductor. Mission guaranteed. It's fine, Huizi's relatives are here today too, she'll be home. Oh, That works too. After breakfast, the train stopped at Zun. It was another forest, but different from the last one. After Qizhou, Zijian, and Wei Chu left, Lao Yu began cleaning up the dishes. Sister, who is he? You go rest, I'll take care of this. After washing the dishes, Lao Yu pressed the door button and took the black wind monster out for a toilet walk. After strolling it around by the train, Lao Yu brought him back on board. Then he went to the laundry room and started doing laundry. After hanging up his and Qizhou's clothes, Lao Yu climbed up to the roof for lookout duty. He used his monster sniffing scent detection skill to screen for hidden dangers around. And he was also practicing bringing his clothes along while going invisible. Because Qizhou had complained before that he couldn't make the clothes invisible with him, Lao Yu had been secretly practicing ever since. After some time practicing, he could now make even his underwear invisible with him. Still gotta keep working hard. Can't let train conductor down, after all, I'm his vice conductor. Lao Yu clenched his fists, face full of determination, looking up at the sky. Wonder how Grandpa and the brothers are doing now. Judging by the time, 7th brother should be born soon. Traveling is so much fun. When I go back, I'm gonna show off big time. Thinking about it, Lao Yu couldn't help but grin from ear to ear. Chapter 158, Buying a claw machine inside the shuttle. Lao Yu's cooking's not bad, waking up to a bowl of hot noodle soup feels pretty good. Wei Chu burped, clearly very satisfied with the meal. Shit, fuck, I'm screwed. What's wrong? I left in a rush and forgot to check today's mission must be accomplished reward. No worries, you can check it later. Actually, your account's already been logged out by me. Qizhou thought silently. Before breakfast, Qizhou had woken Zijian up to get her logged into her account. Because he discovered the magic of multithread. Even if the train was in departure mode, Qizhou could forcibly kick a logged-in account offline. So earlier this morning, before the train docked at Zun, Qizhou had forcefully logged Wei Chu's account off, and had Zijian log into hers. When docking at Zun, the station reward of 20 train coins had already been pocketed by Qizhou. Qizhou also stayed up a bit last night. He was studying ways to enhance mental strength. Like with physical abilities, proper training or using muscle enhancement potions could do the trick. But when it came to improving mental strength, Qizhou had no clue. He even contacted Konyu, but Konyu hadn't replied yet. Qizhou's newly acquired skill. Delete clothes. Consumed mental strength when used. If he wanted to use it frequently during battles, he had to strengthen his mental reserves. So this is Yun, huh? First time here for me. Wei Chu leaned against the train window, staring curiously at the retreating scenery outside. Feels way cooler than Yurden. The cars here are all self-driving. No worries about the driver ditching passengers halfway to rush home and help Asao give birth. Zijian listened to Wei Chu's mumbling and looked totally confused. What so? What childbirth? The shuttle stopped in front of a claw machine store in Pioneer Mechanical City. This was the place where Qizhou had previously modified Old Master Ren. Qizhou's goal for this trip was to buy communication tools. Mobile phones. They were called phones on Earth, but here everyone called them claw machines. In places like this, being able to contact each other was absolutely necessary. The three of them got off and walked into the store. The shop owner, seeing customers arrive, warmly welcomed them. Little boss. Our claw machines are waterproof, fireproof, lightning-proof, and toxin-proof. Hold it sideways, you can crack walnuts, hold it upright, you can slice pork. Level 5 bulletproof. Even tougher than Piltover's riot shields. Buy now, get 10% off. Don't miss out. That good? Wei Chu looked skeptical. Really? We even have a test unit right here. Let me show you. Saying that, the shop owner grabbed a hammer, about to smash it. No need, let me do it. Wei Chu stopped the shop owner. He pulled out a Desert Eagle and fired a shot at the claw machine. Bang. The bullet ricocheted off, leaving only a faint little white mark on the screen. The shop owner was scared stiff for a second, then, seeing the claw machine was fine, secretly wiped his sweat. How about that? Level 5 bulletproof, no lies. Qizhou raised an eyebrow. Pretty durable indeed. He pulled out Lust, looked at the owner, and asked, mind if I give it a slash? The owner glanced at Qizhou's ordinary short sword and said confidently, slash away. If it gets damaged, it's on me. The shop owner patted his chest, full of pride. Bullets couldn't get through. Like a little knife could hurt it? But let's agree on this. If it survives and you're satisfied, hee. I'll buy it. Definitely. Qizhou laughed. Alright then, go ahead, try as you like. With the shop owner's guarantee, Qizhou activated Word Spirit and slashed down. Qizhou raised his blade, and the claw machine was unharmed. The shop owner breathed a sigh of relief. Well? Not bad, right? Qizhao put away lust and praised, really good. What's the communication range? I can tell you're a pro. This is the latest model, uses the newest communication protocol. Guaranteed coverage between Sun and Yurden. If you can't get a signal, I'll bet my butt. In the end, Qizhao bought 4 claw machines. With the discount, it cost 90,000 order coins. It was expensive because they didn't require any top-up fees afterward. Wei Chu had no order coins, so he paid with train coins. Call me when you get back. Let's test the signal. Zijian nodded, carrying 3 claw machines, and boarded the shuttle to return. Half an hour later. How's it? Can you hear me? No problem. Train conductor, it's me, Lao Liu. The area's clear, no monsters detected. Thank you for the gift, train conductor, I really love it. Alright, keep up the patrol. Call me immediately if there's danger, I'll rush back. Roger. The call ended, and another call came in. Moshi moshi, chicken Zhao Kun? Qizhao. Li Huizi's accent was completely stuck, no fixing it now. After confirming that all the claw machines could communicate properly, Qizhao and Wei Chu left the store. Not long after they left, a man in gray rags and loafers, looking haggard, walked into the store. Hey there, boss, looking to buy a claw machine? Just got a new batch, selling like crazy. Someone just bought 4 at once. Stock's running low, hurry up if you want one. Hidden Thread didn't even lift his head, glanced around once, and walked right out. What the hell, mute or something? When the shop owner turned back, he discovered the demo claw machine from the display case was gone. Shit, a thief? Hidden Thread left the shop with a cold smirk. Come on, we're the Pingjing 9 thieves. When have we ever paid for stuff? He had left his claw machine behind in the mansion during a mission to Yurden to avoid being tracked. Unfortunately, his whole stash had gotten blown up. So this morning, he randomly picked a shop and pulled off a $0 shopping haul. Hidden Thread took out the claw machine. Before even turning it on, it cracked with a snap and broke in half. The top half fell to the ground with a plop. Hidden Thread stood there holding half a claw machine, face twitching. Seriously, what the actual fuck is this scrap quality? What kind of trash era are we living in where even garbage like this gets sold? Chapter 159, Train Trading Post. Qizhao and Wei Chu left the claw machine shop, walking through Pioneer Mechanical City. A squad of security personnel whizzed past them. 2 more claw machine shops in Zone C reported theft, heading there immediately. Copy that. Copy that. The few who flashed by didn't catch Qizhao and the others' attention. As they walked, Wei Chu kept plucking leaves off the roadside trees with idle hands. Qizhao, what are we gonna do next? He plucked a leaf, tossed it away, then plucked another. Are we going after that Huang LV Hung or whatever? The path behind Wei Chu was littered with the leaves he threw. Aren't you looking for your car? Huh? How am I supposed to find it? I was just bullshitting with Zhao Wan. Wei Chu yanked off a big handful of leaves and flung them out irritably. He let out a long sigh and said helplessly, who the hell knows where that guy took my car, maybe it's already gone. No way. I don't care about the car, but my drawings for Zhao Wan are in there. I have to get them back. Can't you just draw new ones? No way. Those drawings are filled with my love for Zhao Wan. My love can't just be lost. If the car is gone, the drawings are probably gone too. Wei Chu. Just kidding, we gotta stay hopeful. Yeah. Wei Chu sighed. So where should I even start looking? He scratched his head in frustration. I don't have any clues at all. Train Trading Post. Train Trading Post? Yeah, a place that specifically sells trains. Maybe your car is there. Aren't we supposed to deal with that red-yellow-green guy first? No rush, the mission doesn't have a time limit anyway. Qizhao glanced at his watch, better take care of our own stuff first. Now that you mention it, you're right. Then let's hurry up. Yeah, let's go. Qizhao called a shuttle. There's still one thing to do before that. A silver shuttle stopped in a wide forested area. Qizhao got off the shuttle. After making sure the surroundings were safe, he took out the 2 sections of the black train. Time to see if there's anything good inside this train. Wei Chu looked at the 2 train sections, nodding and marveling. Your storage item is fucking awesome, it can even store trains this big. How much load can this thing even handle? He patted his belly. Way better than my crappy waistband. It's okay, just costs a lot. Huh? The boundary bracelet really is awesome. Because it costs a lot, that's why it's awesome. Qizhao hadn't taken them out when he stopped at Zune this morning for a reason. Who knew if there were still trains left in that city, or if someone had used them to escape? Plus, if the trains had tracking devices, pulling them out recklessly would just get people coming after him. So Qizhao didn't take them out near his own train but waited till now. He walked into the carriage and saw that the screen hadn't been smashed. Not logged in? Was that guy dead, or had he boarded another train? Chizhao shook his head and transferred the stored supplies from the train to himself. There was quite a lot stored: 1,100 kilograms of metal, 780 kilograms of plastic, and 600 kilograms of wood. Supplies thrown into the material input zone were stored inside the train itself. They don't follow the account. Meaning, if Chizhao logged into a new train, the supplies stored in his old train wouldn't transfer over. Want to log in and see what deliveries you got today? Can I? Weichu eagerly logged into his account. Nice, there's a treasure chest today. Too bad it's just a level 1. While Weichu waited for his delivery, Chizhao was already checking the remaining carriages. Inside were only daily necessities, nothing valuable. Of course, valuable things like items or train coins would obviously be carried on a person. Chizhao stepped out of the train and moved to the other 5 regular carriages. Those 5 carriages also contained basic supplies. Beds, clothes, quilts, pots, bowls, that kind of stuff. Because they were tossed around by the walking octopus king, the carriages were a total mess. Chizhao and Weichu went back and forth, cleaning out everything. They threw anything that could be tossed into the material input zone, and chucked out anything the material input zone didn't accept. Along the way, they found no treasure chests or items. In the end, everything from the 2 train sections was completely cleared by Chizhao and Weichu. Except for fixed modifications like the bathrooms and kitchens that couldn't be removed, nothing was left. After finishing, Chizhao put them back into the boundary bracelet. The lighter the train, the faster he could collect it. As for the 3 initial carriages with the train head, those could stay for now. The other 5 regular carriages would be sold off immediately. Chizhao had considered selling them privately, since that would earn him more train coins compared to selling to Orderly Heaven. But the downside was that the money would come in slowly. At first, he'd only get 30%. Although Orderly Heaven paid less train coins than the market, he was one of them, so he'd get the full amount up front. More importantly, he'd also get merit points as a reward. Just for those 2 reasons, it was better to sell to Orderly Heaven. Gotta figure out how to rack up enough merit points to exchange for a level 8 key soon. By the time Chizhao and the others arrived at the trading post, it was already 1 in the afternoon. Luckily, Chizhao had a lot of food stored in his boundary bracelet, so they had lunch inside the shuttle. The largest train trading post in Seoul was located between Piltover and Fog City. It covered a massive area, surrounded by iron walls. Inside the iron walls, trains of all colors, lengths, and various modifications were parked for display as merchandise. Buying and selling both happened here. Security was extremely tight, with several heavily armed patrol squads constantly inspecting the area. In the sky, drones, mechanical birds, and sky eyes hovered overhead. A huge armed force ensured the place stayed safe. Shuttles weren't allowed inside, only parking outside. At the entrance of the train trading post. What? You gotta pay train coins just to get a pass to enter? Fuck me? Yes, sir, you can't just walk in freely. The neatly dressed receptionist smiled politely. We're from Orderly Heaven. Upon hearing Chizhao say that and seeing the savings card he presented, the receptionist smiled again. Ah, you're officers from Orderly. Please wait a moment, we'll arrange a vehicle for you. The savings card Ziyuan gave them was also their ID. Because their photos and serial numbers were printed on the back. Soon, a black armored vehicle pulled up at the gate, emblazoned with the Orderly Heaven insignia. Chizhao and Weichu were escorted inside. The vehicle was self-driving too. Chizhao swiped the savings card to open the door and got in. The armored vehicle took them to the central section of the trading post, the largest area. The section exclusively owned by Orderly Heaven. The staff warmly welcomed Chizhao and the others. Chizhao got straight to the point and said he had train carriages to sell. He was taken to a dedicated inspection platform and took out the 5 regular carriages. 5 regular carriages, including 1 refrigerated carriage, 3 sets of basic bathroom modules, and 1 intermediate kitchen module. Final price, 83 train coins. Chizhao nodded. It was more than he expected. Since plain carriages weren't worth much unless they had major upgrades that could yield tons of upgrade materials. The staff member respectfully handed Chizhao his savings card. The amount has been deposited to your card. Oh right, one more thing. Can you help me check if anyone recently sold a green train around here? Chapter 160, Use It or Lose It. Looking to purchase a train? I can recommend some options for you. No need, just check it for me. Alright. After getting the info on which stores had green trains for sale in the past 2 days, Chizhao and Weichu planned to visit them one by one. According to Weichu's own words, the fewer people who knew about losing the car, the better. Because it was just too embarrassing. There aren't many green trains, only 9 in total. If we move fast, we can finish checking before dinner. Alright, let's go. Each of them grabbed a free bottle of mineral water and left. After Chi Zhao left, a group of female sales clerks nearby began to marvel. I transferred money to him earlier and saw his personal info. Did you know? He's a new player this year and just joined the capture division. Right? He looked so young. Such a handsome little brother. No wonder he's from the capture division, getting 5 carriages right after joining. The capture division is dangerous and exhausting, definitely a high-risk, high-reward department. You guys shouldn't be jealous. Those 5 carriages are worth half a year of my salary. How can I not be jealous? Then just take on more orders, everyone's base salary is that low. Whoever set the base salary should go to hell. If I could just latch onto that little brother's thigh, why would I still be working this crappy job? Hey, do you think he likes black silk or nude tights? Cut it out, he didn't even glance at you just now. As if he looked at you, Humphrey. That red-haired guy though, he kept staring at us, super creepy. At the train trading post, the two of them followed the addresses and checked store after store. This train's designed especially for vegetable gardening enthusiasts. A total of 18 carriages, all enlarged carriages. Includes planting carriage, rose greenhouse, pasture, chicken coop. Meeting all your farming needs. Only 998 train coins. This is a deluxe single-player train, 3 simple carriages that cover all your living facilities, including an intermediate bathroom module, kitchen module, central air conditioning, game console, ice maker, massage chair, and custom mannequin. Now on sale for only 188 train coins. This is a bunker for adventurers. Cannon carriage, spirit servant carriage, steel plates thickened by 50 centimeters. Giving you unparalleled security. Black and red color scheme, low-key yet elegant. This is a paradise of happiness for men. Inside, there's an oversized waterbed, spring mattress, steel poles, swimming pool. Comes with a succubus and an elf. Buy now and get a free train recolor service. First come, first served. Succubus? Elf? Where? I wanna see. Good taste, bro, come inside. Wei Chu completely forgot what he came here for and followed the salesman inside. Inside the train, the succubus wore black silk, and the elf wore white silk. They lay on the soft waterbed, playing and teasing each other. Bro, you know what this train's called? The salesman shouted loudly, the Ultimate Pleasure Express. Black and White Twin Devils Edition. Nice train. Nice name. Wei Chu clapped and praised. Chi Zhao, come quick. It's the Black and White Twin Devils. He turned around, only to find no one behind him. Eh? Where's Chi Zhao? Your friend? He just went to the bathroom. Don't worry, let's keep looking. Inside the bathroom of this store, Chi Zhao entered an empty stall and locked the door behind him. Just now, the bonded ring reacted. Konyu finally replied. He pulled out the pink sticky note from the bonded ring. I've sent you the hiding spot of the Huang LV Hong trio. Chi Zhao knew the reason Konyu helped him complete tasks was to support him, so he could quickly rack up merit points and achievements and climb higher. Because only when he was in a high position could he be more useful to her. So Chi Zhao took full advantage without any hesitation. Just like the other night, when he got a bunch of potions from Konyu. About skill consumption and mental strength, some items can enhance mental strength, but that's external aid. Mental strength, just like the body, can be trained. Use skills more, drain your spirit dry, and gradually explore its limits. One sentence, use it or lose it, so that's how it works. Also, skill cards aren't for unlimited use, your level decides how many skills you can learn. You can hold 1 skill for every 5 levels, you're level 20 now, so you can hold up to 4 skills, there's such a thing too? Looks like leveling up has to be the top priority. If you want to learn a new skill but don't have enough levels, you can choose to delete previously activated skills. Anyway, your skill set is free to optimize as you wish. Got it? Thanks. Just as Chi Zhao finished replying, he heard someone come in. He quickly put away the bonded ring. Chi Zhao, did you fall into the toilet or what? Hearing Wei Chu's voice, Chi Zhao flushed the toilet and walked out of the stall. So? Was this one it? Wei Chu had his back to Chi Zhao, finishing up at the urinal. Nope. This was the last one. Yeah, none of them. Wei Chu shook off, pulled up his pants, and tightened his waistband. What now? Time to get to work. I just got some intel from a contact. Suspected location of the Huang LV Hong gang's hideout. Huh? You have contacts? Wei Chu turned around, looking shocked. Chi Zhao, are we even from the same batch? In a noodle shop in Fog City. Hidden Thread added 3 spoons of chili to the freshly served spicy snakeskin noodles, then picked up his chopsticks to mix it. Just then, his claw machine phone rang. He pulled out the claw machine he had $0 shopped from another store and checked the message. A kid came asking about a green train. I'll send you his picture. Seeing the red-haired Hueco in the photo, Hidden Thread's heart raced. Here he comes. Even though the guy dyed his hair red, Hidden Thread could recognize that face even if it turned to dust. It was the mission must be accomplished module. Hidden Thread grabbed 2 cloves of garlic, picked up his noodles, and rushed out of the shop. Hey! You didn't pay yet. What kind of people are you? You don't wanna pay, fine, but at least leave the bowl. Hidden Thread sneered coldly. What a joke. When had the Pingjing 9 thieves ever paid for food when dining out? Chapter 160, Use It or Lose It. Looking to purchase a train? I can recommend some options for you. No need, just check it for me. Alright. After getting the info on which stores had green trains for sale in the past 2 days, Chizhao and Hueco planned to visit them one by one. According to Hueco's own words, the fewer people who knew about losing the car, the better. Because it was just too embarrassing. There aren't many green trains, only 9 in total. If we move fast, we can finish checking before dinner. Alright, let's go. Each of them grabbed a free bottle of mineral water and left. After Chizhao left, a group of female sales clerks nearby began to marvel. I transferred money to him earlier and saw his personal info. Did you know? He's a new player this year and just joined the capture division. Right? He looked so young. Such a handsome little brother. No wonder he's from the capture division, getting 5 carriages right after joining. The capture division is dangerous and exhausting, definitely a high risk, high reward department. You guys shouldn't be jealous. Those 5 carriages are worth half a year of my salary. How can I not be jealous? Then just take on more orders. Everyone's base salary is that low. Whoever set the base salary should go to hell. If I could just latch onto that little brother's thigh, why would I still be working this crappy job? Hey, do you think he likes black silk or nude tights? Cut it out, he didn't even glance at you just now. As if he looked at you, Humphrey. That red-haired guy though, he kept staring at us, super creepy. At the train trading post, the 2 of them followed the addresses and checked store after store. This train's designed especially for vegetable gardening enthusiasts. A total of 18 carriages, all enlarged carriages. Includes planting carriage, rose greenhouse, pasture, chicken coop. Meeting all your farming needs. Only 998 train coins. This is a deluxe single-player train, 3 simple carriages that cover all your living facilities, including an intermediate bathroom module, kitchen module, central air conditioning, game console, ice maker, massage chair, and custom mannequin. Now on sale for only 188 train coins. This is a bunker for adventurers. Cannon carriage, spirit servant carriage, steel plates thickened by 50 centimeters. Giving you unparalleled security. Black and red color scheme, low-key yet elegant. This is a paradise of happiness for men. Inside, there's an oversized waterbed, spring mattress, steel poles, swimming pool. Comes with a succubus and an elf. Buy now and get a free train recolor service. First come, first served. Succubus? Elf? Where? I wanna see. Good taste, bro, come inside. Hueco completely forgot what he came here for and followed the salesman inside. Inside the train, the succubus wore black silk, and the elf wore white silk. They lay on the soft waterbed, playing and teasing each other. Bro, you know what this train's called? The salesman shouted loudly, the Ultimate Pleasure Express. Black and White Twin Devils Edition. Nice train. Nice name. Hueco clapped and praised. Chizhao, come quick. It's the Black and White Twin Devils. He turned around, only to find no one behind him. Eh? Where's Chizhao? Your friend? He just went to the bathroom. Don't worry, let's keep looking. Inside the bathroom of this store, Chizhao entered an empty stall and locked the door behind him. Just now, the bonded ring reacted. Konyu finally replied. He pulled out the pink sticky note from the bonded ring. I've sent you the hiding spot of the Huang LV Hong trio. Chizhao knew the reason Konyu helped him complete tasks was to support him, so he could quickly rack up merit points and achievements and climb higher. Because only when he was in a high position could he be more useful to her. So Chizhao took full advantage without any hesitation. Just like the other night, when he got a bunch of potions from Konyu. About skill consumption and mental strength, some items can enhance mental strength, but that's external aid. Mental strength, just like the body, can be trained. Use skills more, drain your spirit dry, and gradually explore its limits. One sentence, use it or lose it, so that's how it works. Also, skill cards aren't for unlimited use. Your level decides how many skills you can learn. You can hold one skill for every 5 levels, You're level 20 now, so you can hold up to 4 skills. There's such a thing too? Looks like leveling up has to be the top priority. If you want to learn a new skill but don't have enough levels, you can choose to delete previously activated skills. Anyway, your skill set is free to optimize as you wish. Got it? Thanks. Just as Qizhao finished replying, he heard someone come in. He quickly put away the bonded ring. Qizhao, did you fall into the toilet or what? Hearing Wei Chu's voice, Qizhao flushed the toilet and walked out of the stall. So? Was this one it? Wei Chu had his back to Qizhao, finishing up at the urinal. Nope. This was the last one. Yeah, none of them. Wei Chu shook off, pulled up his pants, and tightened his waistband. What now? Time to get to work. I just got some intel from a contact. Suspected location of the Huang LV Hong gang's hideout. Huh? You have contacts? Wei Chu turned around, looking shocked. Qizhao, are we even from the same batch? In a noodle shop in Fog City. Hidden Thread added 3 spoons of chili to the freshly served spicy snakeskin noodles, then picked up his chopsticks to mix it. Just then, his claw machine phone rang. He pulled out the claw machine he had $0 shopped from another store and checked the message. A kid came asking about a green train. I'll send you his picture. Seeing the red-haired Wei Chu in the photo, Hidden Thread's heart raced. Here he comes. Even though the guy dyed his hair red, Hidden Thread could recognize that face even if it turned to dust. It was the mission must be accomplished module. Hidden Thread grabbed 2 cloves of garlic, picked up his noodles, and rushed out of the shop. Hey! You didn't pay yet. What kind of people are you? You don't want to pay, fine, but at least leave the bowl. Hidden Thread sneered coldly. What a joke. When had the Pingjing 9 thieves ever paid for food when dining out? Chapter 161, Searching for Huang LV Hong in the junkyard. The Huang LV Hong organization mainly makes a living by reselling Zun's firearms. They acquire cheap weapons from Zun and sell them to various train conductors. The Dream Palace attack earlier involved some high explosives and suicide robots that had been sold by them. Orderly Heaven couldn't catch the attackers, so they could only punish these allies of the attackers. The full names of these 3 are Huangda, Elvida, and Hongdi. Among them, Huangda and Elvida are 4th-generation train conductors, and Hongdi is a local from Zun. They are all level 4 wanted criminals of Orderly Heaven, each carrying a bounty of 100 train coins. Following the intel provided by Konyu, Qizhao took a shuttle to the open-air junkyard in Fog City. Garbage trucks came and went, dumping countless household waste, industrial waste, and toxic waste without any sorting. On those giant garbage mountains, countless scavengers swarmed like cockroaches. Sometimes they would even fight over half a steak until a victor emerged. Not only was there toxic smog and miasma here, but the stench of rotting garbage was also overwhelming. Without a filter, people simply couldn't breathe here. The garbage trucks, once emptied, rumbled away. In just half a moment, a new garbage mountain would form. Nearby scavengers, seeing this, frantically rushed toward the newly formed heap. During the scramble, one scavenger got buried under falling trash. He desperately stretched out a hand, waving it, trying to call for help. But the scavengers around either didn't see or didn't care to save him. Because if they were any slower, all the good stuff in this new garbage mountain would be picked clean. The waving hand grew slower and slower until it finally stopped. At that moment, a hand reached out, grabbed his arm, and yanked him out of the trash pile. After being rescued, he immediately tore off his mask, greedily gulping in air. Compared to the earlier suffocating feeling, the poisonous, stinking air here actually seemed lovely. He didn't even say thanks, just turned around and rushed to fight for the fresh garbage. Hey, dude? I just saved your life and you're not even gonna say thanks? Hell, so rude. Wei Chu turned to Qizhao, say, why don't these people help each other out? Wei Chu frowned, confused. Wearing a filter mask, his voice sounded a little muffled. If you had to live by scavenging every day like them, I think you wouldn't help either. No way. Confident, huh? I mean, there's no way I'd end up living by scavenging. Qizhao. So this is the junkyard, huh? Those Huang LV Hong arms dealers are hiding here? Your informants got some skills, finding a place this hidden. There's always someone better out there. But this junkyard's huge. No more precise location? Nope. Their base moves around, they change locations every day. What? Then how do we find them? We wait. Wait? Wait for the garbage trucks. Qizhao looked toward where the garbage trucks were leaving and said, they transport weapons using garbage trucks. A normal garbage truck dumps the trash and leaves. When you spot a truck acting shady, just tail it. Got it? Alright. They waited. All the way into the night. The temperature at night here dropped drastically, and without lighting, most scavengers left before sunset. Of course, there were still a few scavengers working night shifts with headlamps. Fuck, SSS so cold. Wei Chu was shivering like crazy, trembling like a leaf. Chi Zhao, aren't you cold? Chu. Not at all. Maybe you've got kidney deficiency? What? No way, my kidneys are strong as hell. Chi Zhao was wearing the silver combat suit, with constant temperature and humidity control. Of course he wasn't cold. If you're not cold, neither am I. They kept watch until the middle of the night, and Wei Chu's snot had frozen. Early in the night, a few scavengers were still moving about, but later it was completely deserted. The entire junkyard was deathly quiet, with only the sounds of cockroaches crawling and rats squeaking. Fuck this, I regret it. Working for the capture division really ain't for humans. Shouldn't we just get intel, grab guns and armored vehicles, and directly take down those wanted criminals? Why do we have to squat and stake them out first? With your method, how many troops would Orderly Heaven need to pull it off? Managing to completely control the public station at Yurden is already impressive. Not to mention Zune, which is outside Order's jurisdiction and even bigger than Yurden. Let's not even talk about the countless random platforms out there. You can only catch people by sheer luck. With limited strength, we also have to be careful not to get recognized, or we might get killed instead. Orderly Heaven has too many enemies. Haven't you noticed? When acting alone, no one wears the Orderly Heaven uniform. Now that you mention it, yeah. So basically, Orderly Heaven's only badass inside Yurden. Outside, not so much. Well, not entirely. They still have some foundations. Hey! A truck's coming. Later that night, 5 more garbage trucks arrived at the junkyard. 4 of them dumped their trash and left normally. But one of them drove further in along a small road between the garbage mountains. That's the one, let's go. Chi Zhao immediately darted out from cover and gave chase. Chi Zhao, slow down. Wait for me. My legs are numb. They followed the garbage truck, and Chi Zhao, skilled as ever, climbed onto it. Wei Chu obviously had some skills. Or equipment too. He easily climbed up as well. Inside the truck was nothing but garbage, no weapons in sight. What the hell? Was the intel wrong? Chi Zhao shook his head and motioned for him to dig through the garbage. Sure enough, under the trash were neatly stacked wooden crates. Found it. Your informant's really something, fast and accurate intel. Wei Chu's eyes lit up. Seeing Chi Zhao hide in a corner, Wei Chu followed him. Let's rest a bit. Once the truck stops, it's gonna be a tough fight. You read the intel on those 3, right? Know their skills and gear? Yeah, bunch of noobs. I can handle them solo. Good. I'll watch you put on a show. No, I was just talking big. Let's fight together, hee hee. Their mobile base has at least 1 train carriage. Huh? Why? For selling arms. Chi Zhao's explanation made Wei Chu realize. Right, with a train, they can ship weapons anywhere directly. The key is, we have to stop them from driving off. We need to strike fast and hard. Kill them if we have to. This mission's basically a warning to others. Hearing this, Wei Chu looked at Chi Zhao seriously and asked, Chi Zhao, have you killed anyone? Chi Zhao raised an eyebrow at the question. He didn't speak, just silently nodded. Wei Chu picked up an empty plastic bottle and threw it across the truck. I've killed 2. At first I couldn't handle it, but when I thought about how if I didn't kill him, he'd kill me, I got over it. He picked up another plastic bottle and tossed it again. Then he turned to Chi Zhao, but I've never killed someone proactively, only when they hurt me first. Chi Zhao replied, to get this far, everyone's got a few lives on their hands. Chi Zhao, I can tell. You're just like me. You wouldn't hurt others without reason. We can be good friends. When I marry Zhao Wan, you have to come be my best man. And bring 2 sisters-in-law as bridesmaids. Wei Chu's mind was clearly running all over the place. Speaking of which, trains are amazing. What a disruption to the transport industry. Not that big. Huge items can't fit into a carriage, lots of limits. True. But what? With storage items, that problem solved. But storage items are rare. Their organization probably has some, but not a lot. They can still transport war robots or big missiles, I guess. Yeah, your storage item can even hold a whole train. If you got into this business, you could probably smuggle tanks. Chi Zhao, how about we smuggle arms too? Big money. We'll just sell to Orderly Heaven, no risk of being wanted. When I make enough money, I'll go to Zhao Wan's family and propose, hee hee hee. Chi Zhao just smiled and said nothing. Under the cold moonlight, the garbage mountain opened its gate, and the garbage truck they were hiding in drove inside. It was a mobile base disguised as a garbage mountain. That's how Huang Lv Hong had stayed uncaught for so many years. because this junkyard was simply too vast. It could even be said to have no borders. Finding their garbage mountain base among so many piles was almost impossible. The effort needed far exceeded the value of capturing the three of them. As the iron door slammed shut, a flash of white shadow slipped inside along with them. Chapter 162, Orderly Heaven, Surrender and You Won't Be Killed. Inside the moving garbage mountain base. Third bro, throw in another sheep brain. Huangda, Elvita, and Hongdae were eating hot pot and bragging loudly. Huangda was the shortest and fattest, so fat he didn't even have a neck. From a distance, he looked like a giant ball. He was the eldest among the three and the one with the best brains. The sheep brain was dunked into the pot, the bubbling red oil wrapping it up as it cooked with a gurgle. Huangda talked on and on. This is what you call war profits, real war profits. The harder they fight order, the more money us three brothers make. Best if they fight day and night, non-stop. Our money will come in like a river, endless and flowing. When that happens, we'll get third bro a wife, and have two fat little sons. Big bro is mighty. Hongdae was a local of June, with dark skin and tiny eyes that looked barely open. Both his arms were modified mechanical arms, the silver casing giving off a chilling gleam. Big bro, what about me? Elvita scooped out the cooked sheep brain into Huangda's bowl, grinning slyly. You motherfucker, aren't you into playing with robots? What, now you wanna try real women? No, women will betray me, robots won't. Elvita was a big, burly man, but after getting cheated on by 3 different women, he developed a phobia of marriage. Then why the hell are you even asking? Recently Piltover rolled out a new enforcer robot, I was thinking. Got it, you little shit, you wanna do some uniform play? After this haul, I'll buy you one. Big bro is mighty. By the timing, the goods should be arriving. Huangda looked toward the screen, which showed the base's main gate. Just as he spoke, a garbage truck slowly entered the frame. Seeing this, Elvita raised his glass and downed his drink in one gulp. They're here, right at the gate. I'll go pick it up. He wiped his mouth and called out to Hongdae, third bro, come with me. After the garbage truck drove in, the base's gate slowly closed. Huangda followed over too, rolling up his sleeves. How can I let just my 2 brothers do the heavy lifting? Come on, let's all go. Let's get the goods to our clients quick, they've been waiting long enough. At that moment, the base's alarm suddenly blared. Red sirens flashed, wailing loudly. Alert, alert, illegal intruders detected. Alert, alert, illegal intruders detected. The red light bathed their faces, each one full of shock. What the fuck? Someone's tailing us? Huangda reacted fastest. He immediately activated his energy defense shield, wrapping himself up. Elvita's eyes also turned red. Centered on his navel, his skin started turning gray. That was his skill, petrified skin. Once petrified, his skin became incredibly hard, able to resist blades and even regular bullets. At the same time, Hongdae's modified mechanical arms popped out laser blades, ready for battle. But the very next second, a thin line of blood appeared across Elvita's neck. He was instantly slain, his throat sealed in blood. His big body crashed to the ground with a loud boom. The gray petrified skin faded, revealing his original flesh. Elvita, dead. Huangda hadn't even seen a shadow before his second brother was already dead. Qizhou, having succeeded with one strike, immediately hid back into the shadows. Compared to activating petrified skin, Qizhou was a step faster. He had precisely taken Elvita down before his skin could fully petrify. This was the advantage gained by speed, initiative, and superior intel stacked together. The initiative in battle. Qizhou and Wei Chu's plan was to kill Huangda and Elvita first. Because both were trained conductors and could escape by starting their trains. Hongdae could be decided on the spot whether to spare, since he was a local of Zun and couldn't escape by train. Originally, Qizhou had wanted to assassinate their boss, Huangda, first. But who would have thought this guy would react so fast, instantly throwing up his energy shield? Plus, he was even fatter than the intel said, so fat he didn't even have a neck anymore. Clearly, he had been living way too comfortably. Wei Chu stood atop the garbage truck, dual-wielding golden desert eagles, firing non-stop, forcing Huangda back. The bullets all slammed into the energy shields surrounding Huangda, blocked completely. While firing, Wei Chu shouted loudly, "Orderly heaven! Hands on your heads, surrender and you won't be killed." Chapter 163, Flame Steel Dragon Armor, Combine. Hearing Wei Chu shout like that, Huangda was the first to lose it. FK your mother. My DN second brother got dog killed. You people from Orderly Heaven are all dogs. Dogs. He shouted while retreating, ripples pulsing around his body. The bullets blocked by his energy shield clattered to the ground. Hongdae held 2 laser blades crossed in front of him. The blades widened and formed into a screen to block Wei Chu's shots. Bullets hit the light shield, only causing a ripple. Piltover tech. Terrifying as hell. Just then, from the garbage truck, a head popped up beside Wei Chu. It was Old Master Ren, fully charged and ready. Maximum power energy cannon, fire. A blast of pure white energy beam shot out, aimed straight at Huangda's head. Seeing it coming, Hongdi quickly moved to block in front of Huangda. At the same time, the light shield in his hand became more solid. Maximum output. Piltover tech versus Piltover tech. The expected explosion didn't happen. When the energy beam hit the screen, it didn't make a sound. No sound didn't mean no power. You had to know, this max rage shot from Old Master Ren's energy cannon could melt steel. The light shield dimmed more and more, and finally couldn't hold. It vanished. But the energy cannon's power was also offset. Old Master Ren wouldn't be able to shout out another blast anytime soon. He raised his arms, 10 fingers bending up at a 90-degree angle, revealing black barrels. Dozens of milky white light particles sprayed violently toward Huangda. The energy bullets shot from Old Master Ren's fingertips were no weaker than a regular rifle. Wei Chu's pair of golden desert eagles weren't ordinary pistols either. You could tell just by how they didn't need to reload. The two shooters, high up on the garbage truck, rained down firepower like crazy. Hongdi's light shield broke. He lost all defense. Third bro, get in. Huangda's energy shield around him suddenly expanded, pulling Hongdi inside. These three really had a close bond. They were true brothers. You sons of bitches. Bleg, Tui. Huangda spat a thick wad of phlegm, full of fury. Chi Zhao, hidden in the dark, pulled out his ZZ pistol and switched to frost bullets. He tested a few shots, but they were all blocked by that energy shield, so he didn't waste more energy. According to intel, that fatty's energy shield didn't just block attacks. It could also unleash high-voltage shocks on anyone entering its range. Even though Chi Zhao's position was exposed, he vanished again with sheer speed. Huangda turned his head, not seeing any sign of Chi Zhao. Fuck, what a creep. Like a ghost. Chi Zhao didn't actually hurt Huangda, but the psychological pressure he applied just kept growing. Just then, a rat. No one knew who threw it. Suddenly flew in. As soon as it entered the energy shield's range, a surge of electricity hit it. It didn't even have time to squeak before dropping dead on the spot. It fell to the ground, electrocuted black. Chi Zhao nodded as he watched. Intel was spot on. You really couldn't go in there recklessly. Yep, he had caught that rat earlier while staking out the junkyard. Huangda looked at the dead rat on the ground, grinding his teeth in anger. The energy shield he had raised didn't just block bullets and energy cannons. It could also electrocute anyone who got within half a meter. Clearly, the enemy knew a lot about their abilities and equipment. So far, it had all been ranged attacks. No one had dared rush in. Their mobile base changed location every so often. And the garbage truck with autopilot was used to deliver weapons. For years it had run smoothly without a hitch. So how did Order suddenly track them down? Compared to that red-haired guy, what terrified Huangda more was the person who killed Elvita in an instant. He still didn't even know when that person had made a move. Like a viper hiding in the dark, just waiting to strike. Huangda felt like a bone stuck in his throat, like he was sitting on pins and needles. Right now, he was in the light while the enemy stayed in the dark. Not a good position. Because the next one to get their throat slit could be him. And this person was extremely cautious. Just earlier, they'd even tested the shield with a rat. Huangda pulled Hongdi into a blind spot of Wei Chu's firing angle. That at least reduced the pressure from the front. He couldn't hold out much longer. It was draining his mental strength. Damn it, where the hell are the guard dogs? Just then, Wei Chu shouted, Old Huang, just surrender already. We know exactly who you are. There's only 3 of you in that busted base. Don't bother resisting. Come back with us, hand over your client info, and maybe earn yourself a shot at redemption. Seeing his target had hidden behind the wall, Wei Chu began trying to talk him down. Fuck your uncle. How you gonna pay for my second brother's life? You're right, it's just the 3 of us here. But did your intel mention that I've still got plenty of dogs? Dogs? What dogs? Wei Chu looked confused. He didn't stay confused for long. Dozens of pitch-black, fast-moving mechanical dogs burst out from the back of the base. These dogs were agile as hell. Whether sprinting or leaping. Even though the base only had Huang, LV, and Hong alive, it still had plenty of war robots for defense. Just the mechanical war dogs alone numbered 30. And besides those, 3 women walked out from deep within the base. They were all about 165 centimeters tall, each with a different look. Sweet, innocent, seductive. They wore various uniforms, white silk nurse, black silk teacher, and sheer silk flight attendant. That's right. They weren't human, but companion robots designed specifically for men. Their owner was Elvita. But now that Elvita was dead, they had activated their revenge protocol. These 3 robots joined the 30 war dogs to attack Hueco in a pincer move. That's right, sisters-in-law. Go. Kill them all. Huangda roared passionately, pointing at Hueco and Old Master Ren on the garbage truck. Kill them, avenge second bro. Hueco looked at the incoming war machines and cursed, shit. What the hell? The intel never said they had this many robots. Wait, what's with the 3 women? Sisters-in-law. Damn, talk about living the high life. Those wives are hot as hell. The armor on these mechanical dogs was tough. Hueco and the others' bullets only sparked off their hides. Couldn't hurt them at all. These dogs had insane jumping power. One leap and they were on the garbage truck. Old Master Ren launched his laser claws, slashing down at one. He ripped its mechanical dog head clean off. But it didn't stop. Their heads weren't their control units. Even headless, the mechanical dog kept charging, its massive force knocking Old Master Ren back a step. I'll handle the dogs. Those 3 women are yours. Chi Zhao's voice sounded in Hueco's ear. Voice only. No sign of the man. Wait, why do I gotta deal with the dogs? Hey, go easy on the ladies. Don't kill if you don't have to. They didn't do anything to deserve death. Hueco hadn't even finished shouting when all the fast dogs swarmed the truck, jumping up together. That's it, I can't hold back anymore. You're forcing me to go all out. Hueco holstered his dual pistols and reached for his waistband, pulling out a red, oddly shaped bracelet. He placed it on his left arm. The bracelet popped out wristbands and locked itself tightly onto his wrist. Then Hueco pulled out a red, circular card and slotted it into the bracelet. He raised his arm high and shouted, Flame Steel Dragon Armor, combine. Chapter 164, Summoning Dark Magician Girl Again Women? Chi Zhao let out a soft chuckle. Female robots, more like. Even though they looked indistinguishable from humans on the outside, their eyes gave them away. In those 3's eyes, there was no emotion at all. Chi Zhao pulled out lust. In a flash, the white silk nurse's head flew off into the air. From the severed neck, sparking wires confirmed Chi Zhao's guess. With swift strikes, the other 2 robots were also decapitated. Clean and sharp. Huangda couldn't help but twitch his eyebrows. It all happened too fast. 10 seconds tops from the robots stepping out to their heads flying off. Big bro, I'm gonna fight him. Hongdi's eyes filled with rage. I'll avenge second bro and the 3 sisters-in-law. They're bullying us way too hard. Hongdi sobbed, gripping both laser blades high, ready to charge. You guys saved me back then. Without you, I'd have starved to death on the street. Big bro, let me go. Huangda slapped Hongdi hard across the face, calm the hell down. Go? Go where? That guy out there's already being held back by the dogs, and the one who killed second bro. We haven't even seen a shadow of him. If you leave the shield, you're just handing your head over on a platter. He's not coming after us because he's wary of this shield. They know us too well. We don't stand a chance. Huangda grabbed Hongdi's arm. Let's go, go. Back to the train. We have to run. Second bro. What about him? Hongdi stared at Elvita lying not far off, recently dead, eyes brimming with tears. No, I have to bring second bro with us. Are you listening to me or not? Seeing Huangda dragging Hongdi to retreat, Chi Zhao couldn't wait any longer. Because the Crimson Beast he released still hadn't found the location of their train. That's right. Chi Zhao had been multitasking the whole time. And yes, it burned through mental strength. But it was also great training. For his mind. Right now Chi Zhao was like someone operating 3 computers at once, constantly switching perspectives between Crimson Beast and Old Master Ren in his mind. He also saw Hueco, who had transformed into Flame Steel Dragon Armor. Utterly overwhelming. Hueco now wore the Flame Steel Dragon Armor, wielded the Flame Blade, and battled the mechanical dogs. At his feet lay the broken pieces of several mech dogs. But those mechanical dogs were fearless, still charging fiercely. They fought toe-to-toe with Hueco. No wonder he had the mission must be accomplished module. After all this time, he clearly hadn't stopped grinding for good loot. Of course, it wasn't necessarily the mission must be accomplished module that dropped all the goods. Still, no doubt. It was a strong module. Chi Zhao sighed lightly. He hadn't wanted to waste this. He pulled out 2 more rats in hand, then took out a monster card bearing the image of a beautiful girl. I offer 2 rats as tribute. To summon Dark Magician Girl. The 2 rats turned into sparkling starlight, absorbed into the card. The card burst into a dazzling white glow. Dark Magician Girl reappeared. She floated in midair, playfully winking at Chi Zhao. Master, what do you need me to do? Chi Zhao pointed at Huangda's back. Kill him. Yes, Master. Dark Magician Girl raised her staff high, energy gathering at the tip. Dark magic attack. A beam of dark energy shot out and slammed into Huangda's energy shield. That once impenetrable shield melted away like snow in the sun. In the end, the dark magic broke the shield. But didn't kill Huangda. Dark Magician Girl pouted, looking wronged. I'm sorry, Master. I failed your command. With that, Dark Magician Girl returned to her card form and flew back into Qi Zhao's hand. Remaining summons, 8. Looks like using 2 rats as tribute didn't summon a strong enough version of Dark Magician Girl. No problem. Now that the most annoying shield was down, the rest would be easy. Qi Zhao stowed the card, pulled out the fishbone sword, activated Word Spirit, ×0, and gave chase. Huangda collapsed to the ground, hands propped behind him, face full of disbelief. His energy shield was actually broken. That black energy was way too strong. It felt like someone had grabbed his head and rubbed it into the dirt. Normal bullets hitting his energy shield gave mental stress. Like a kid slapping him. Not painful, not itchy. He could endure it for a long time. But this black energy. It felt like a heavyweight champ winding up and smashing him with full force. Completely unbearable. His current mental strength couldn't handle it at all. With the shield broken, Hongdi charged back, swearing to resist to the death. Big bro, you run. I'll cover you. The next second. Thud. Hongdi collapsed to the ground. His body trembled uncontrollably, foam gushing from his mouth. Be big bro. Tell mom. I wasn't a coward. Chapter 165, Who set you up like this? Huangda was first completely confused, then came to his senses. I told you to stop watching so many TV dramas, but you just wouldn't listen. I fucking never even met your mom. Damn. Qi Zhao. He raised the pure white, 50-centimeter long sword in his hand and nodded with appreciation. Fishbone sword, attacks inject a small amount of paralyzing toxin into the target. Pretty handy. Well, of course, it's a drop from a level 5 treasure chest, just like Lust. But by comparison, Lust is obviously much stronger. After all, that one has a usage condition. Dragon blood. Qi Zhao just lightly slashed Hongdi a few times, and he was completely paralyzed, foaming at the mouth, unable to move. If he had also smeared it with some toad potion, combining paralysis and intense itching, the enemy would probably go crazy, huh? Too bad there's only a little left at the bottom of the toad potion bottle. Almost used up. Hongdi was poisoned and paralyzed, but not dead. Huangda didn't know that. He also realized he couldn't run. The mechanical dog hadn't come back for support. Probably dealt with as well. He quickly dropped to his knees and gave Qi Zhao 2 loud kowtows. I surrender, I surrender. Please, I beg you to spare Hongdi. He doesn't know anything, he was just working for us. Qi Zhao was surprised. He hadn't expected Huangda to be this loyal. Behind the filter mask, the corner of his mouth lifted. Doesn't matter, even if you hadn't said it, I wasn't planning to kill Hongdi anyway. Qi Zhao silently stepped up to Huangda, slicing his limbs one by one with the fishbone sword, injecting the paralytic toxin. Huangda just felt a sharp sting, then his body slowly lost all feeling. He ended up just like Hongdi, foaming at the mouth, completely paralyzed. After all, live captures come with a higher bounty. And more merit points. But Luda has to die. Because someone needs to die. That's how you disrupt enemy morale. From old Master Ren's point of view, Qi Zhao knew the battle on Wei Chu's side was nearly over. 30 mechanical dogs. All turned into scrap metal now. Danger resolved, he finally relaxed. Qi Zhao removed his filter mask, pulled off his cloak. This mobile base comes with its own air filtration and oxygen systems, so there was no need to keep wearing the filter in here. Before passing out, Huangda saw that pale and somewhat delicate-looking face. Utterly shocked inside. In his mind, Qi Zhao was a ruthless, cold-blooded psycho killer. He should have looked terrifying, with sclera showing all around his eyes, maybe even a scar on his face. When he smiled, he'd bare horrifyingly sharp teeth. But one look at him. This guy looks like he just graduated college. A newbie? Are today's newbies really this strong? Unbelievable. Huangda blacked out with unwillingness. Qi Zhao patted the two of them down. Didn't find anything valuable. Just then, the Crimson Beast found their train. The train was fully purple, made up of 4 carriages. The first 2 were initial carriages, the last 2 were regular carriages. The train door opened. The Crimson Beast was already on standby inside. Qi Zhao stepped into the carriage and opened his personal profile. This train was logged in with Huangda's account, level 30. Qi Zhao glanced at it briefly, then logged the account out. Next, he transferred all the stored supplies from the train to himself. Doing this left no trace in the transfer logs. The first 2 initial carriages were completely empty. clearly used to smuggle weapons. Not a single extra item inside. The last 2 regular carriages had been modified with essentials like bathroom, bed, and fridge. The 3 of them clearly lived on the train. Always ready to make a run for it. In the last carriage, there was a hot pot set out on the table. The broth still steaming. In the end, Huangda and the others were eating hot pot, singing songs. Then got robbed by 2 bandits. Wei Chu smashed the last mechanical dog. Just then, the fusion time for the flame dragon armor ran out. The cool red orange armor on him turned into light particles and vanished. Wei Chu plopped down, panting hard. Fuck, bro's exhausted. Oh right, gotta go help Chi Zhao. He put away the summoner, didn't even rest, and hurriedly climbed down from the garbage truck. Outside, 3 headless female zombies were still performing. They were like 3 headless flies, running around the base with no direction. Only instead of buzzing, they were screaming. Seeing that, Wei Chu was stunned on the spot. Headless female zombies. Screaming and sprinting? Holy shit, turns out they're robots. Wei Chu even poked the chest of the one in the white silk nurse outfit. Damn, that feel just like the real thing. But that poke made the white silk nurse lock onto him. She grabbed him tight. Hey! What the hell is with you robots? Don't pull this creepy shit on me. The other 2 closed in. Now all 3 had him surrounded. I don't hit women, so you all better back off. Not there. Fuck, who the hell programmed you like this? Wei Chu had fallen into a man's greatest crisis. Lost in the pleasure. Wait no, I'm supposed to be helping Chi Zhao. Chi Zhao, wait for me. I'm fucking coming. Wei Chu shoved the girls off and caught up with Chi Zhao. In the hallway, he saw Huangda and Hongdai lying on the floor from a distance. Hiss. All dead? Chi Zhao, that guy. Didn't seem like it, but turns out he's a killing machine. Wei Chu squatted down, looking at the 2, eyes open, foaming at the mouth, and sighed. Poor guys, died with their eyes wide open. He reached out to close their eyelids, muttering under his breath, if you want revenge, go after Chi Zhao tonight, not me. I'm a coward. Always scared of ghosts since I was a kid. Just then, Chi Zhao came walking around the corner. You okay, Chi Zhao? I just finished and rushed here to back you up. You handled all those dogs? Nice. Hearing the praise, Wei Chu lifted his head proudly and said, you know it. Let's go, by now the others should have arrived. Before coming in, Chi Zhao and the team had already contacted the capture division stationed in Ziyun, part of Orderly Heaven. Once they get here, we hand them over and we're out. They're all dead though. Hand over what? Who said they're all dead? Chi Zhao kicked Huangda on the ground. These 2 are still alive. Wei Chu, huh? Wei Chu looked down. The eyelids he'd just shut on Huangda were somehow open again. Chapter 166, This guy is definitely a master. At the entrance of the mobile base, inside a cardboard box just over a meter tall. Hidden Thread was crouched inside, half squatting. Fuck, he had just slipped in, and immediately got detected by the sensor. Panicking, he saw a cardboard box nearby and quickly threw it over himself. Simple disguises often work best. Turned out nothing happened on his side, but Huang Lv and Red Hair suddenly started fighting. Hidden Thread hid in the box, poked a small hole, and spied on the chaos outside. He really hadn't expected them to find Huang Lv's hideout so quickly. Orderly Heaven's intel network really is not to be underestimated. Speaking of which, who's this guy with red hair? He actually took out that big brute in an instant. Fast. Too fast. So fast it couldn't even be seen with the naked eye. When did he even make his move? Didn't catch it at all. Was that teleportation? That's gonna be a pain. Whoa, those 3 girls have amazing bodies. Where are their heads? How'd their heads vanish all of a sudden? They got insta-killed by that guy too? When did he make his move again? Wait a second, turns out they're robots. Boring, boring. This guy's not that great after all, he still hasn't broken through that energy shield. Huh? What's that? A beautiful girl floating in the air. Holy shit, he can summon bodyguards too? Did it break? Who the hell is this guy? Never heard of anyone like him in Orderly Heaven. A rookie? No way. There's no way a rookie could be this strong. Could he be some bigwig from the capture division? Hidden Thread felt like he hit the nail on the head. That's it. This guy's definitely a hidden top-tier figure in the capture division. Since Red Hair's mission must be accomplished, the higher-ups must have sent someone to lead and protect him. The only question is, just how many more tricks does this guy have? But judging from how he instantly took down that brute, this guy's definitely packing serious methods. Real tricky. A teleport-like skill, summoning a girl who fires strange energy, conjuring tools out of thin air. Damn it, This juicy chunk of meat now has a tiger guarding it. No, I can't rush this. Gotta play it safe. Until I figure out who that guy is, I can't act rashly. Have to take it slow. Inside Huang LV Hong's mobile base, the alarm had already been shut off by Qi Zhao. Qi Zhao recalled old Master Ren, then suddenly whipped out his ZZ pistol and fired 2 shots at the cardboard box by the door. The box was pierced, the bullets hitting the iron door behind it. Fuck, scared the hell out of me. Wei Chu shouted. What happened? I think that box just moved a little. Really? I'll go check. No need. The next second, a mantis-like monster arm appeared out of nowhere and sliced the box clean in half. The box was empty inside. Qi Zhao turned away and holstered the ZZ pistol. Maybe I saw wrong. Wei Chu replied calmly, could have been a rat. There's a ton of rats in this place. Qi Zhao nodded. Well, it is a junkyard after all. If I calculated right, they should be arriving soon. Qi Zhao opened the base's main door, and before long, 3 black armored vehicles pulled up outside. The vehicles were marked with the Orderly Heaven insignia. They were the capture division stationed in Zune. Right after they turned off the engines, 2 more enforcer vehicles arrived. Not only had Orderly Heaven's capture division shown up, but Fog City's law enforcement unit had also arrived. Both groups stepped out of their vehicles. The capture division all wore black uniforms with peaked caps and boots. The law enforcement unit had gray-blue uniforms with enforcement caps. Capture Division Captain Kingshan and the enforcement captain each took a step forward and shook hands. This is a weapons trafficking group. For selfish gain, they sold high-risk arms, causing the deaths of countless civilians. We'll be escorting them back to Yurden, to face judgment in the Order Tribunal. Let Order pass the sentence. The law enforcement captain nodded and replied, all right, I get what you're saying. You can take the people, sure, but... He pointed at the mobile base disguised with garbage. This belongs to Zune. We're here under orders to seize and reclaim it. This mobile base, along with everything inside, is Zune's property. You guys can only take the people. Kingshan pushed up his glasses and looked at Qi Zhao. Seeing Qi Zhao remain expressionless, he turned back. Of course. We'll stick to the treaty we signed back then. Of course. Orderly Heaven is known for keeping its word. With that, the capture division restrained Huangda and Hongmei. They also bagged up the dead Luda, carrying him off in a body bag. Qi Zhao and Wei Chu followed them out of the mobile base. Ugh, it stinks. Smells like death. They had been crouching in a garbage pile waiting all this time. They were already reeking. Qi Zhao was better off. Under his cloak he wore a silver combat suit, temperature and humidity controlled, and self-cleaning. He tossed off the cloak and didn't smell like trash at all. Let's find a place to shower, maybe grab a late-night snack. I'm starving. I need food now. Hearing this, Kingshan looked at them. You guys heading to Piltover? Sunlight Alley, next to Moonlight Alley, is a good place to relax. He smiled and added, there's an empty car available. If you don't mind, you can take it. Qi Zhao nodded. Didn't refuse. Thanks, Captain King. No, I should thank you too. Catching this arms trafficking gang will save countless innocent lives. You are heroes of order. Kingshan saluted Qi Zhao and led his team away. Let's go too. Qi Zhao swiped the savings card to open the car door. It was an autonomous vehicle, so after setting the destination to Sunlight Alley, they left as well. After the Orderly Heaven crew departed, Fog City's law enforcers took over the mobile base and began inventorying the supplies. Inside the garbage truck, only trash and broken mechanical dog parts remained. And the most valuable asset, the train, was nowhere to be found. The law enforcement captain didn't look happy. In this huge base, not a single valuable thing was left behind. Fuck. Those Order bastards. Under the miasma-shrouded night, Hidden Thread fled the junkyard like a gray rat. Just now, cold sweat had broken out on his forehead. How did he find me? This guy really is a master. When Qi Zhao suddenly drew his gun and fired. If he hadn't used the ghost cloak in time, he'd have eaten those bullets for sure. Good thing I reacted fast. Fuck. No. I have to find out who this guy really is. Making a move without knowing his background would be a total disaster. I'll dig into his info first, then plan my next step. Luckily, that big bro used to be a senior figure in the capture division. He should know something about this guy. But seriously, why'd he give up being vice chief of the capture division in Orderly Heaven, just to join the Freedom Organization? What the hell is he after? Chapter 167, Sunlight Alley. Out of the junkyard, out of Fog City. With no smog blotting out the sky, the stars and moon were now visible. Ian's Yan returned to a forest full of yellow leaves. Within that forest, a door suddenly opened. Ian's Yan stepped in, and the train door shut. It was dynamic concealment. The train belonged to Wei Chu, but the account was Yin Xian's. With a thud, Yin Xian flopped down onto Wei Chu's bed. He raised his hand and summoned the screen, tapped into the chat room friend list, and sent a message to Anoka Yan's. "You there?" After sending the message, time felt like it was dragging for Yin Xian. Only a minute had passed, but it felt like a whole month. Why hasn't he replied yet? Not around. Yin Xian raised his hand and sent another message. "You there? You there? What's going on? Is it because I messed up last time?" Yin Xian scratched his head, face full of regret. "You there? You there, your mom," a reply. Yin Xian jolted upright from the bed. "Hazy, did you forget what I told you? What do I hate the most? Brother Sheng hates it when people ask if he's there." Brother Sheng said, "If you've got something to say, just say it. Don't ask if he's there, don't be mad, Brother Sheng, I just didn't want to bother you late at night, would have sucked if you were asleep, hee, spit it out already, phew." Yin Xian let out a long breath. "So, can you help me pass a message to Sister Yu? I know I was wrong about what happened back then. Now that I'm working for freedom too, can't she just cut me some slack this once? Say it to her yourself, but Sister Yu won't accept my friend request, Yin Xian's private villa. Especially with all his collectibles ruined. Of course he wanted to investigate. Back then, he'd declared he'd hang the culprit up and beat the crap out of them. But when he found out the culprits were Dong Hei Aizui, the chief of the capture division of Orderly Heaven, and Kong Yu, the number 2 in the Freedom Organization, Yin Xian was dumbfounded. Now all he could do was run his mouth a little. If he really had to take revenge on those two, not even 100 dog lives would be enough. Either of them could easily hang him up and beat the crap out of him. Don't tell me that's all you had to say? If not, then close the chat. No, Brother Sheng. I do have something, I swear. I want to ask you about someone. You didn't even finish the job last time, and now you want info from me? Hazy, you sure are getting ahead of yourself, bro. Brother Jansen, that wasn't my fault, really, you have no idea. Wang came back at that time. How could I dare stay in Dream Palace any longer? I don't care. Anyway, I heard the boss is really pissed, and the consequences are serious. He said with the way you guys performed, you can forget about rescuing Old Zhu. Not a chance, Old Zhu was Yin Xian's boss. The leader of the Pingjing 9 thieves. He'd been captured by Orderly Heaven, his fate still unknown. Who do you wanna ask about? Spit it out, hee. Brother Sheng's got my back as always. Yin Xian sent over his claw machine, mobile phone. On it was a photo he had secretly taken of Qi Zhao. Back when you were still with the capture division of Orderly Heaven, did you ever see this guy? After the phone was returned, Yin Xian noticed the photo had already been deleted. If you want to live a few more days, don't even think about that guy. Seeing that message, Yin Xian's heart skipped a beat. Knew it. He really was a big shot. Good thing he hadn't acted rashly back then. Got it, Brother Sheng, thanks. I get it now. Seeing Anoka Yun stop replying, Yin Xian sent a good night, Brother Sheng, and then closed the private chat. He scratched his head, face full of frustration. So I really was sent to protect that redhead. What now? Since Anoka Yun says so, that guy must be really strong. But the two of them are always together. If I don't deal with that guy, I'll never get the mission must be accomplished module. What to do? Give up? No way, that module belongs to me. Yin Xian jumped to his feet. Mission must be accomplished is mine, and it has to be mine. Looks like I have to go find him. That guy still owes me a favor from back in the day. With him, things will be way easier. That guy's nickname is King of Curses. He can kill people invisibly through curses. As long as I kill him, that little redhead won't be a problem. Thinking of this, Yin Xian searched for another person in his friend list. Woo. Got him. Huh? He's in Zune too? What a coincidence. Heaven's really on my side. This is destiny. Mission must be accomplished is destined to be mine, Yin Xian's. Yin Xian nodded and sent that person a message. You there? Sunlight Alley was even more famous than Moonlight Alley. Because it was packed with leisure and entertainment spots. Elf bathhouses, succubus massage rooms, slime wellness centers. The street was full of gorgeous men and women, many of them non-humans. Elves and succubi were especially common. Medusa's bath paradise, front desk. Qi Zhao, you paid for all the previous rides, this one's on me. Wei Chu patted his chest, then looked at the pretty receptionist and held up 2 fingers, 2 people, a bath, how much? The best package you've got. The pretty receptionist replied politely, hello, handsome. We just launched a couples package. It includes a luxury private room, full body massage, ear cleaning and foot care, deep grime removal. Plus fresh fruit snacks and unlimited drinks. There's also a recreation area on the second floor with a variety of entertainment options, and an all-you-can-eat buffet with over 1,600 dishes, plus our exclusive snake blood wine for you to sample. A lot of handsome gents come here just for that exclusive snake blood wine. And serving you will be a Medusa-blooded snake lady. Just as she said that, a woman in a lacy gown with long, silky hair came down the stairs. She had an hourglass figure and a pair of red eyes. She gave Wei-Chu a gentle smile, two adorable snake fangs peeking out at the corners of her mouth, radiating an exotic allure. That's the snake lady who'll be serving you. This one, we're taking it. Wei-Chu slapped the counter and reached for his wallet. How much? On discount now, only 88 train coins. Seeing the receptionist's smile, Wei-Chu froze mid-reach. 80 what? 88 train coins. Wei-Chu. Forget it, we'll just wash up ourselves. That snake lady back scrub or whatever, skip it. We'll scrub each other. And that second floor thing too, we're in a hurry, just a quick rinse is fine. After removing all services including the snake lady, Wei-Chu ended up paying just 10 train coins. Chapter 168, Tech and Ruthless Tricks inside the private room. This private room had a circular pool, with two Medusa statues by the edge. Warm spring water flowed gently from the snake mouths on Medusa's head. Wei-Chu did a big jump and dove straight into the pool. Woo! This feels great. So even bathing in summer can feel this good. Damn, Chi-Zhao, didn't expect this from you. You look slim with clothes on, but jacked underneath. Wei-Chu looked at Chi-Zhao's fair skin, lean muscle, broad back, and narrow waist, and couldn't help but admire. Last time at Ares Palace, when we were changing uniforms, I didn't notice. Come on, tell your bro. How did you train this, like some kind of elite Imperial Guard? Also, there were two larger Medusa heads on the wall. Those were the shower heads. Chi-Zhao walked under the Medusa-shaped water spout, and warm spring water automatically gushed from Medusa's mouth, pouring over him. It felt incredibly soothing. Chi-Zhao wiped the water from his face and slicked his hair back. Not from training. It's tech and ruthless tricks. Wei-Chu tilted his head, huh? What, tech and ruthless tricks? Chi-Zhao told Wei-Chu that all his muscles were actually grown using muscle enhancement potion. Damn, there's stuff this good? This isn't Earth, after all. Right. Man, I'm still stuck in Earth thought. See muscles, and my first thought is must have trained for it. No way, I gotta get a couple shots of that too. With an 8-pack, I'll have Zhao Wan wrapped around my finger. Wait. So that thing down there, is that also from muscle potion? Seeing Wei-Chu pointing at his lower half, Chi-Zhao looked down. That one? No, that doesn't have muscles. Fuck, so you're just naturally gifted. You sound kinda disappointed. Not at all. Speaking of which, that melon from Zijian that cost 5 train coins? Total crap. Said it would trigger a second puberty. What a load of bull. Chi-Zhao rinsed off and joined the pool, soaking in the bath. Didn't expect that Huang LV Hong mission to go so smoothly. Credit goes to that informant of yours. Not bad, decent haul this time. Yeah, all those weapons must be worth a lot, right? By the way, what's your storage items load limit? How the heck did you fit that many crates of weapons? Naturally, all the firearms from the garbage truck had been stored in Chi-Zhao's scented sachet. Golden gourd before anyone else arrived. With 100 cubic meters of storage, there was barely any space left after stashing all the arms. And the train had also been stored in his boundary bracelet. Right now, Chi-Zhao's boundary bracelet held 3 trains. A 1-car yellow train, a 3-car black train, and a 4-car purple train. Compared to you, my belt is total trash. Nah, your transformation device is pretty awesome. Haha, right? Wanna try it? Too bad it's out of energy. Once it recharges, I'll let you test it. This your only transformer? No Shura armor or anything? I love that one. Nope. Wei-Chu shook his head, and the tropics successfully got sidetracked by Chi-Zhao. After their bath, they headed to Moonlight Alley for a late-night snack. The two sat in the alley, eating barbecue and drinking wheat fruit juice. The summer breeze was cool. It felt so chill. Hey, this stuff's pretty good. Wei-Chu gnawed on the magical goat kidney, oil all over his mouth. Chi-Zhao, this gig's done, and no new ones come up. What are we doing next? Weren't you looking for your train? Oh right, I gotta find my train. What about you? You leaving? Chi-Zhao nodded. Ah, leaving so soon? You're so intense, don't you wanna relax a bit? Might stay another 2 days, take Lao Yu and the guys around here. Cool, if I've got time then, I'll come hang with ya all. By the time they finished their late-night snack, it was already 5 a.m. Moonlight Alley was at its emptiest at this hour. Well, I'm off to the train trading platform. Gonna return the train I borrowed. If anything comes up, hit me on the claw machine. Chizhou said. Got it. I'm off, Chizhou, you head back too. With that, Wei Chu drove off in the armored vehicle. Chizhou headed to a breakfast shop, bought some food, and was about to use Anchor Point Rewind to go back. Just then, a black shadow suddenly shot out from a nearby alley and crashed right into Chizhou. Ah! The person bounced off Chizhou and landed on the ground with a thud, landing square on their butt. They wore a blue cotton robe, a small satchel slung across the shoulder. High ponytail, extremely pretty. Big, bright peach blossom eyes with thick eyebrows. The whole look was lively and spirited. That outfit. Was it a Taoist robe? A female Taoist? The Taoist looked up at Chizhou and gave a slight smile. The corners of his mouth curled up like that toothless dragon from anime. He was holding a kiln-roasted chicken. Then, a chubby man in a white chef's uniform ran out of the alley. Don't run. Stop, don't run. The little Taoist glanced back, then quickly got up and hid behind Chizhou. The kiln chicken shop owner ran up in front of Chizhou and shouted, "Move. Don't block me." Then he pointed to the little Taoist behind Chizhou and yelled, "You motherfucker, targeting my one damn lamb, huh? How the hell am I supposed to keep running this shop? Why don't you go fuck with old Wang across the street instead?" "Nope. His grilled skewers are dirty." The little Taoist righteously declared, "Last time I had them, I nearly shit myself to death. Took 4 packs of Montmorillonite powder to stop it." The moment the little Taoist spoke, Chizhou froze. He looked back more carefully. There was an Adam's apple. Turns out it was a guy. All that prettiness wasted. Hearing this, the kiln chicken shop owner nearly exploded. "So I'm your damn target then? It's just. Your chicken tastes good. I don't even bother with the others. Why thank you so damn much." The kiln chicken owner forced a smile. "Now hand over the chicken." The little Taoist reluctantly pulled out the kiln chicken, then in a blink, stuck his tongue out and slurped it a few times. Then handed the spit-covered chicken over. "Here. If you don't mind the drool, take it." Chapter 169, Bloodshed Calamity Fuck. "I'd rather throw it away than give it to you." The kiln-roasted chicken shop owner reached out, about to snatch it back. Chizhou sighed and grabbed the owner's arm. "How much?" "What, you're paying for him? How much?" The kiln chicken shop owner held up 2 fingers, 200 order coins. Chizhou pulled out a 1,000 denomination order coin and handed it over. "No change." The shop owner's eyes lit up instantly. He took the money and pulled his hand back. "Keep the change. Give me 4 more chickens." "Got it. Hold on, I'll be right back." The roasted chicken really smelled great. Just right to bring back for Lao Yu and the others to try. After the shop owner left, the Taoist grabbed Chizhou's hand. "This morning, I did a divination. The hexagram showed I'd meet a benefactor today. And here you are. I'm Wu Yu. Wu as in mouth and sky, Yu as in leisurely. What should I call you, fellow Taoist?" Chizhou had chicken grease smeared on his hand and let out a hopeless smile. "Chizhou. Chi as in Chi department head, Zhao as in zodiac sign. Nice name." Wu Yu nodded approvingly. "Chizhou, fellow Taoist Chi. I've got nothing to repay you with, so let me read your palm." Wu Yu clamped the chicken in his mouth, grabbed Chizhou's other hand, and flipped it over. He leaned down and examined it seriously. After a moment, Wu Yu frowned. He let go of Chizhou's hand without saying a word, took the chicken out of his mouth, and took a bite. Chizhou wiped off the grease from his hands. "Isn't palm reading male left, female right? Why read both?" No. Wu Yu shook his head. "Fellow Taoist Chi, there's something you don't know. The left hand shows your innate foundation, the right hand shows your acquired fortune. So palm reading has to consider both hands together. Only looking at one hand? That's just scamming people." Chizhou nodded. Wu Yu took another bite of the drumstick and continued, "Little Taoist Lord, your fate. It's destined that you'll be someone who changes the world. However, the road ahead is shrouded in mist, full of forks. You need to hold firm to your heart and not be swayed by outside forces. The path is long and tough." Wu Yu shook his head unconsciously. "But the key thing is..." Wu Yu suddenly looked up, staring intently at Chizhou, and said seriously, "Within 3 days, you'll face a calamity of bloodshed. If you can't get past it, everything ends. Oh, give me a break. You tell everyone they're gonna have some bloodshed disaster." The kiln chicken shop owner came back with a chicken, looked at Wu Yu with disdain after hearing that. "Next, you gonna try selling your crappy talismans again? What era do you think we're in? Can you update your sales pitch already?" Chizhou reached over to take the chicken from the shop owner, casually wiping the grease on the paper bag. Wu Yu said proudly, "Just say it. Was I accurate or not?" I told you 2 days ago you'd have a bloodshed disaster. Didn't it come true right away? You've got some fucking nerve bringing that up. It was your fault. You were chasing me and tripped. Blame the uneven road, blame your own legs. How the hell is that my fault? The kiln chicken shop owner raised a fist and glared at a little Taoist, looking ferocious. Get lost. Try stealing chicken again, I'll smash your eggs. Stealing? I traded a talisman with you for it. Talisman? I was holding that cursed thing you shoved at me when I tripped. The shop owner didn't want to argue anymore. He left with a final threat. Fellow Taoist Chi, listen to me. Within 3 days, you will face bloodshed. You're my benefactor. I can't just eat this chicken for free. With that, he rummaged in his satchel and pulled out a yellow talisman, handing it to Chi Zhao. This was left to me by my master. There's only one. Keep it on you at all times. It'll help you survive the calamity. Chi Zhao accepted the yellow talisman. Only one and you're willing to give it to me? No big deal. I'll ask him for another when I get back. Chi Zhao. Just then, a man pushing a cart passed by, saw Wu Yu, and yelled, "Thief!" He dropped what he was carrying and ran over. Damn it, little Taoist. Give me back my dragon heart. Wu Yu saw him, shoved the talisman into Chi Zhao's hands without a word, and bolted. You've got the wrong guy. What dragon heart? Tastes awful anyway. Chi Zhao looked at the yellow talisman now soaked in chicken grease and let out a silent chuckle. Looking at the handsome Taoist, who was half a head shorter than him, Chi Zhao found him rather amusing. Before he spoke, Chi Zhao really thought he was a girl. Mostly because he was just that pretty. And had a ponytail. Seeing the long hair, Chi Zhao naturally assumed it was a girl. Just mental conditioning. After buying breakfast, Chi Zhao found a quiet, empty corner. Anchor point rewind. Bright moonlight spilled into the woods. The air here was fresh, and stars and moon were clearly visible. Lao Yu was sitting on top of the train in short sleeves and shorts, guarding the best train. Smack. Lao Yu slapped his face. He looked at his palm. A giant dead mosquito exploded, blood all over it. That mosquito was huge. Lao Yu muttered. "Ah. Chew." He yawned wide, tearing up a bit at the corners of his eyes. In the distance, golden light began to rise. Morning had come. Nothing happened during the night. The sun was almost up. Why wasn't the train conductor back yet? Lao Yu. Huh? It's the train conductor. The train conductor's back. Lao Yu flipped off the train. Conductor. You're back. Chi Zhao patted Lao Yu on the head. It was round. Why aren't you asleep? Not sleepy, hee hee. Lao Yu scratched his head. What's up with your face? Huh? Lao Yu touched his face and realized it was covered in red bumps. Must have been mosquitoes. There's a lot here. Hee hee. Chi Zhao shook his head. What kind of mosquito is this nasty? Even a gourd baby got covered in bumps. He took out a basic antidote and gave it to Lao Yu. After swallowing it, the red bumps on Lao Yu's face quickly shriveled and vanished. Got you breakfast? Eat and then get some sleep. Chi Zhao patted Lao Yu's head and reminded him. Okay, conductor. Wow, conductor, this chicken smells amazing. Right? Eat it while it's hot. Lao Yu tore off a drumstick and handed it to Chi Zhao. Chi Zhao looked at Lao Yu's big smiling face and took it. Remember to brush your teeth before sleeping. Got it. After speaking, Chi Zhao entered the zombie room and tossed the leftover chicken bones into the automatic compost bin. He swapped the bin, then retrieved the freshly produced magical multi-use fertilizer. After fertilizing the peach tree, Chi Zhao sat down right there on the stool. Of course, the stool was brought over earlier by Lao Yu, since he knew Chi Zhao liked being there. Chi Zhao summoned the screen and checked the supply transfer log. After confirming the supplies were received, he tapped into the train conductor chat room. Chapter 170, within half a year, take the seat of Chief of the Capture Division. Chi Zhao rarely browses the chat room now. It's mostly Zijian who monitors it. Zijian handles filtering out the useful info from the chat room, then Chi Zhao checks it. Mainly because there's just too much garbage in there. Wu Yu, Wu Yu. Chi Zhao searched for Wu Yu's name. Though he found one, it was obviously not the guy he just met. Wasn't he a train conductor? No, maybe he logged out his account from the train. That way, you wouldn't find him in the chat room. Chi Zhao took out the yellow talisman stained with chicken grease. After carefully inspecting it a few times, he found it was just a regular talisman. Chi Zhao rubbed his temples, then took a lighter out from the boundary bracelet. Click. Just as the flame was about to light the talisman, Chi Zhao pulled it away. I'm going to face a bloodshed calamity in 3 days? What kind of bloodshed disaster could I possibly have? Those 3 from Huang LV Hong. 2 got caught, 1 got killed. Their clients would come after me? But they don't even know who I am. Suddenly, Chi Zhao thought of that cardboard box at the mobile base. Something's off. There was definitely something there at the time. What if the source of the disaster isn't me, but someone around me? Wei Chu. Hidden thread. That's it, it's Wei Chu's special module. If Hidden Thread didn't get it, there's no way he'd give up. After all, that organization is famous for stealing special modules. Chi Zhao had reviewed Hidden Thread's profile, including his skills and items. But the latest update was from a year ago. Who knows if that data is still accurate? Chi Zhao put the talisman and lighter back into the boundary bracelet. Anyway, storing it in the bracelet isolates it from the world. No need to worry about it harming me. Then Chi Zhao opened the wanted criminal files from Orderly Heaven and reviewed Hidden Thread's info. Still felt insufficient, so he wrote a note to Kong Yu. Sister Yu, thanks to the intel you gave, catching Huang LV Hong went super smoothly. No new missions at the moment. If anything new comes up, I'll let you know right away. This time, Kong Yu responded quickly. Good. Aim to become chief of the capture division within 6 months, Chi Zhao. Isn't that a bit too fast? Not at all. There's no vice chief right now. As long as your performance is strong enough, hitting vice chief in 6 months is no problem. Once you're vice chief, and the time is right, I'll take care of Donghei Izui. Then the chief position will naturally be yours. Hearing Kong Yu's plan, Chi Zhao sucked in a breath. How confident is she? He'd met Donghei Izui before. She could fly like lightning. But the way Kong Yu talked, it was like she was some little elite mob you could just take out. Got it, Sister Yu, I'll give it my all. By the way, Sister Yu, I wanted to ask you about someone. Go ahead, one of the Pingjing 9 thieves. Hidden Thread. Do you know anything about him? Hey. That guy tried to steal my shoes back in the day. Almost got beaten to death, Chi Zhao. Chi Zhao had already seen Hidden Thread's odd obsession with collecting in the Orderly Heaven profile. But he didn't expect this guy had even gone after Kong Yu before. No kidding. What's the deal between you two? Hidden Thread was just asking around about you. Hidden Thread's asking about me? What for? How should I know? You tell me. Flies don't buzz around seamless eggs. Maybe you've got a special module and he's targeting you. Ah, I got it. It's not me. It's my colleague. Chi Zhao gave Kong Yu a rough summary about Wei Chu having a special module, then leaving the train door open, resulting in Hidden Thread stealing the train. So that's it, Hidden Thread was tracking him, trying to get the module. He must have mistaken you for a capture division expert sent to protect him. After all, mission must be accomplished is a great special module. It makes sense Orderly Heaven would send someone to guard it. Kong Yu responded fast, instantly deducing the full story from limited info. How's your colleague? Think he could become your rival? Want me to take him out? No, Sister Yu, you're super busy. No need to worry about this kind of small stuff. This whole support me to the top plan is just her wiping out everyone else in the capture division. Kinda. Violet. Hidden Thread's been doing some business with us recently too. My colleague already warned him not to mess with you, but he doesn't know about your connection to me. Exactly. Best keep that under wraps. I get your point, Sister Yu. For that module, he'll definitely try something again. It's possible. Okay, thanks for the heads up. I'll stay alert. I knew it. There really was someone in that box. Damn, nothing scarier than a thief with you on his mind. Wait. Wei Chu and I are separated now. Doesn't that mean Hidden Thread might go after him? No way, I've got to warn him. After messaging Wei Chu, Chi Zhao summoned a screen. Now that it's come to this, better level up first. After all, the main reason for coming back was upgrading. Once he hits level 30, he can unlock the puzzle game module. Then he can rearrange the layout of all the carriages. In just 3 days, he'd gathered a ton of upgrade materials. All transferred from other people's trains. Way faster than collecting or trading himself. Even after accounting for what he spent firing cannons at Walking Fish Beach, and daily consumption, Chi Zhao still had 15,470 kilograms of metal, 8,990 kilograms of plastic, and 12,839 kilograms of wood. With such reserves, he could go straight from level 20 to level 30. 10 levels in a row. From level 20 to 30, each level needs 1,200 kilograms of metal, 600 kilograms of plastic, 400 kilograms of wood, and 50 train coins per level. Chi Zhao found 317 train coins on Huang LV Hong's train. Adding what he already had, he now held a total of 589 train coins. Normally, they probably had anonymous accounts too, but Chi Zhao didn't have time to deal with that. Stripping their train and that carriage full of firearms was already a great haul. Everyone turns a blind eye. Can't push it too far. If he plucked them completely bald and handed them over, it'd look bad. Chi Zhao rubbed his chin. To level up 10 times takes 500 train coins. If he finds any good modifications along the way, he might not even have enough to hit level 30. Sigh. Money really doesn't last. Chizhao went to the initial carriage and threw 50 train coins into the material input zone. The 3 level 20 modifications were all useless. Come on, upgrade. Level 21. Next moment, the modifications refreshed. Trade Master, follower account, gain +1 trading platform slot, 5 train coins, afraid of the dark, gain 1 train exclusive bedside night lamp, 1 train coin, hands free, gain 1 train exclusive dishwasher, 3 train coins, chapter 171, continuous upgrade dishwasher. Didn't expect to see it again. Didn't upgrade it last time, let's upgrade one this time. Laoyu washing dishes every day is pretty tiring too. Chizhao inserted 3 train coins, and the screen showed him the modification options. He went to the kitchen and moved the infinite water tank aside. The dishwasher fit perfectly between the 2 stoves. Nice, this way Laoyu can get a break too. Then Chizhao spent 6 train coins to modify Trade Master and a little night lamp. As for the follower account upgrades, of course he wouldn't hesitate. If there's one, he'd definitely go for it. That little bedside night lamp. He could resell it and at least earn 1 or 2 train coins. That's right, actually these train exclusive appliances and items can all be listed on the trading platform. Someone out there will always need them. Chizhao opened the trading platform and listed the night lamp for 3 train coins. Because he just upgraded Trade Master, his trading slots increased from 10 to 11. That night lamp was traded away in less than a minute. Chizhao retrieved 3 train coins, pulled out 47 more from the boundary bracelet, and tossed them into the material input zone. After investing 50 train coins, Chizhao tapped upgrade again. Upgrade. Level 22. Obtained 1 regular carriage, maximum stop time extended by 1 hour, current latest departure time, 17:00. You may still choose to depart at 10:50, level 22. Maximum stop time extended again. Last time it was extended was at level 18. The current pattern is, for every 4 levels gained, max stop time increases by 1 hour. At the same time, new modification options appeared. Invisible Water Group, follower account, you can set your status to invisible in the train conductor chat room. Others won't see your level or be able to add you as a friend. 5 train coins, electromagnetic shield, follower account, train deploys an electromagnetic shield that can block flying object attacks. Free for 10 minutes daily, extendable with train coins. 30 train coins, super capacity, gain a train exclusive double door refrigerator. 3 train coins, 3 follower account upgrades in a row. Nice, nice. When you want them, they don't show, when you don't care, they flood in. If only this had come earlier, it wouldn't have taken so long to reach level 20. But it was worth it. After using the Outfit Master module once, Chizhao knew just how overpowered it was. As long as you had good enough costume cards, this module was god tier. Too bad the hidden unlock condition is crazy difficult. You need at least 10 follower account modifications before level 20. Invisible Water Group? Peeking at the chat isn't that useful. But the key is others can't confirm if you're in the area without logging out. Anyway, if it's a follower account upgrade, get it. Electromagnetic shield. Kind of like a downgraded version of Huang's energy shield. Only blocks flying objects, so bullets, shells, any physical attacks. Solid upgrade. And the best part, it's tied to the follower account. Though it costs 30 train coins, it's a must-have. You can never have too many life-saving tools. Double door refrigerator? Good stuff. Sure, the refrigerated carriage is basically a giant fridge, but going in every time for stuff is freezing cold. That thing's like a full-blown cold storage room. Comparatively, a fridge is way more convenient. Speaking of which, Huang LV Hung's train still had one too. After leveling up, I'll go grab it. Move what should be moved, toss what should be tossed, sell what should be sold. Also, the stockpile of firearms in Golden Gourd can now be stored in the newly added carriage. Chizhao put in 38 train coins and secured all 3 modifications. He entered the train conductor chat room and set his status to invisible. Sure enough, his icon disappeared from the online list. No such person found. Continue. Upgrade. Level 23, new modifications unlocked. Treasure Hunter 2.0, follower account, upgrade Treasure Hunter to version 2.0. Further increases the chance of reaching stations with treasure chests. 200 train coins, intermediate bathroom module, includes train exclusive shower, heater, temperature controlled bathtub, washstand, toilet, and hidden external water tank. 10 train coins, ivory white, change carriage color to ivory white. 1 train coin, damn, Treasure Hunter 2.0? Bro, seriously? Can't you just tell us how much the chance increases? Now I have no choice but to modify it. Last time I upgraded it, I got a silver coin. Hope I get lucky again. 210 train coins. Just tossing them into the slot took forever. Intermediate bathroom module. Adds heater and thermal tub compared to the basic one. Price doubles too. Let's upgrade it. At least for the water tank. Crap, I thought I had enough coins to hit level 30. Barely hit level 23 and I've only got 184 coins left. Keep leveling up. Reached level 26. Train's latest departure time extended by another hour. Now it can't leave as late as 18:00. Dock at 07:50, depart at 18:00. Exploration time now extended to 10 hours and 10 minutes. But there's a problem. Chizhou is out of coins. He just leveled up 3 times and enlarged 3 carriages, costing 180 train coins in total. Chizhou had previously enlarged 5 carriages, 2 initial carriages, the refrigerated carriage, planting carriage, and gravity carriage. This time he enlarged the cannon carriage, the initial carriage won by Li Huizi, and now the kitchen. He's down to just 4 train coins. His savings card still holds 83 train coins from selling carriages. Nope, still not enough. The account needs to be upgraded, and so does the boundary bracelet. Now upgrading the bracelet by 1 level costs 130 train coins. Time to sell a train. I've got 3 trains right now. Let's sell the black one first. I was planning to keep it, since it's got 3 initial carriages. Pretty valuable. First, move the firearms from the golden gourd into the newly added carriage. Then clear out the stuff in Huang Lv Hong's train, and go sell it. With the plan made, Chizhou got to work. The firearms stored in the golden gourd weren't ordinary guns. Back on the garbage truck, Chizhou had only pried open 1 box to check. And it was packed full of suicide robots. They looked like small household robot vacuums. Around 10 centimeters in diameter and just 3 centimeters thick. From a distance, they looked like chunky silver discs. But these were high-tech weapons fused with Piltover tech. Capable of auto-targeting and speeding toward targets. Then, bong. After unloading the weapons, Chizhou went outside and pulled out the purple train, starting to clean up Huang Lv Hong's leftovers. First, he moved the fridge to the kitchen. With the kitchen enlarged, it was way more spacious. Otherwise, there wouldn't be room for all the appliances and the dining table. Chapter 172, truly worthy of being a big shot, always so cautious as Yoon, train trading post. Men's restroom. Cold water splashed on his face, and Wei Chu couldn't help but shiver. Phew, refreshing. Wei Chu arrived at the train trading post this morning. After only a few hours of rest, he resumed searching for his green train. Little boss, what do you think? Like this train? The sales rep trailed behind Wei Chu, thoughtfully handing him a face towel. Wei Chu took it and wiped his face as he asked, pretty good, pretty good. But I've got a question. Why is this green one so much more expensive when it has the exact same specs as the black one? Wei Chu pointed at a green train and a black train. He thought, if he really couldn't find it, he'd just buy a new one and be done with it. But who would have thought? With the same specs, the green one cost 25% more than the black one. Friend, the specs are indeed the same, but see. Seeing the salesman's awkward hesitation, Wei Chu tossed the towel into the trash. But what? It's not that the green one is expensive. It's that the black one, well, it's hard to sell. Wei Chu? What the hell, trains have color discrimination now? No, not really. I get it now. You're one of the new hires this year, right? How'd you know? No wonder you don't know. Then I've got to explain it properly to you. In the new world, there's a notorious wanted criminal. She's nuts. Anyone riding a black train, she kills them on sight. It's actually better now. At its worst, black trains couldn't even be sold. Wei Chu jolted. Holy shit, that actually happened? She's really that badass. One person alone can disrupt the market? Then why not just repaint the trains? Isn't there an upgrade mod that changes the color? That's useless. The moment you said that, I knew. You've never changed your train's color before. How'd you guess? Because color mods only change the carriages. The engine color never changes. Huh? Oh. No wonder. Wei Chu nodded. He really hadn't changed his train's color before. What's the point of changing color anyway? Wait, why not just repaint it yourselves? But no matter how you modify it afterward, people can always tell at a glance. Alright, pretend I didn't say anything. So, do you want this green one? Buy it now and we'll throw in a train-exclusive double-door refrigerator. Worth 10 train coins. No thanks, I'm just browsing. Sales rep. With that, Wei Chu left the shop. Yeah right, even if I wanted to buy it. I don't have the money. At the same time, he pulled a paper from his pocket, printed with names and addresses of several shops. These were all stores that had green trains listed for sale today. This isn't the one either. Next up. Blue Sky Trading Post. In a dim, cramped room, candle flames flickered, casting light on a cold, sharp face. Wuda took out the strands of hair provided by his client. 2 in total. One long, one short. He wrapped the long strand around a palm-sized straw doll. The doll was meticulously crafted, with a photo of a woman pasted on the face. On the body, her name and birth details were written in cinnabar mixed with black dog blood. Next, holding the short strand, Wuda flicked it. It ignited without fire. He tossed the burning hair into a bowl of blood-red ink in front of him, and the ink caught flame as well. Then he picked up another straw doll and used the burning ink to write on its body. After completing both dolls, Wuda stood them upright. Then he reached into the incense ash burner on the table, grabbed a handful of ash, shoved it into his mouth, formed a hand seal, and began chanting. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away, in another world. A room glowing with pink lights and filled with the scent of ambiguous aroma. You naughty man, messing with your sister-in-law. If anyone finds out, you'll be chopped into pieces. No worries. He's on a business trip, won't be back anytime soon. Scared? Please. This isn't our first time. Just as the man was smugly enjoying himself, the woman's face suddenly twisted, and her breathing grew rapid. What's wrong, Wanwan? I can't breathe. The next second, her head began to twist uncontrollably to the right. It was as if an invisible hand grabbed her by the head, spun it a full 360 degrees, and then ripped it right off. Blood sprayed all over the man's face. His face was soaked in blood, and his pants were soaked in piss. Wuda slowly exhaled. The straw doll wrapped with the long hair. Its head had vanished without him noticing. Mr. Wang, your cheating wife has been taken care of. Master Wu, you're efficient as always. That bitch dared to betray me. I'll send the rest of your payment now. Wuda summoned a screen to check if the payment had arrived. Then he saw a message from Hidden Thread. You there? Upon learning that Hidden Thread wanted him to perform a remote curse kill, Wuda readily agreed. Because Hidden Thread had once saved his life years ago. A debt he hadn't yet repaid. But when he learned that Hidden Thread didn't even know the target's name, Wuda lost it. For my curses, I need a piece of the target's body at best, at least their name and birth details. At the very least, I need to know what they look like. You've got nothing. Who the hell am I supposed to curse? Will a photo work? Better include the name too. Got it? I'll go investigate. There were over 100,000 people online in the Zune chat room. Hidden Thread scanned them one by one based on level ranking. By the time dawn approached, he had reached the under 25 level users. His eyes were going blind. And he still hadn't found Qi Zhao. He rubbed his dry eyes and kept searching. Impossible. That guy's so strong, he's gotta be at least level 30 or 40. Unless. Hidden Thread considered 2 possibilities. 1, after arriving here, the account got logged off. So he wouldn't appear in the chat room. 2, he modified with Invisible Water Group and was hiding in the group chat. In any case, Hidden Thread never found Qi Zhao's name. He couldn't help but sigh, truly worthy of being a big shot. So damn cautious. Chapter 173, Substitute Curse Technique, TSK, couldn't find anything. What, are you in a hurry? Someone's hunting you down? Not really. But yeah, kind of urgent. It's a bit tough with just a photo, but I can give it a shot. Hearing that from Wuda, Hidden Thread let out a sigh of relief. Alright, I'll send it to you now. Your claw machine number's still the same, right? Hasn't changed. Hidden Thread pulled out his claw machine, about to send the photo to Wuda, when he suddenly remembered it was deleted by Unoka Yansen. Fuck. It wasn't even in recently deleted. This guy. Hold on, my photo got deleted. I'll send it as soon as I recover it, Wuda. Hidden Thread immediately grabbed his claw machine and rushed out to a claw machine shop. It was already 6 o'clock. Time was ticking, and speed was everything. Gotta hurry. After getting off the shuttle, Hidden Thread pushed open the shop door with a slap. Boss, I accidentally deleted a photo. Can you recover it? The shop owner took the claw machine and pushed his glasses. Recovering a photo? Easy. Then he gave Hidden Thread a good once-over. What are you looking at? I've got money, now get to it. You're the thief from yesterday. You stole my claw machine and now you've got the nerve to come back for data recovery? You really don't give a damn about me, huh? That shop owner immediately slapped the store's alarm and shouted, Security. Security. Catch the thief. Hidden Thread's face darkened. Shit, was it this store I did a $0 shopping haul at last time? Hidden Thread let out an awkward chuckle, yanked back the claw machine, and dashed out. Then, Hidden Thread found a remote claw machine shop. Half an hour later, the secretly taken photo of Chi Zhao was fully recovered. Hidden Thread walked out of the shop, satisfied, holding the phone. Hey. What now? What do you mean, what? You haven't paid yet. TCH. Hidden Thread turned back. And not only did he not pay, he also swiped one of their claw machines on the way out. Come on now, we're the Pingjing Nine Thieves. You think we're paying you to recover a photo? This claw machine? Just consider it compensation for disrespecting me. After getting away clean, Hidden Thread opened his claw machine, just about to send the photo to Wuda. Just then, a message came in from one of his informants. Big bro, that redhead from yesterday just came back asking about the green train. Seeing the message, Hidden Thread lit up. He came alone? The guy with him yesterday wasn't there? Nope, just him this time. Could it be he's no longer in Seoul? No wonder I couldn't find this guy in the chat room. Fuck, the heavens are on my side. Wait. What if he's secretly protecting him? Can't rule that out. Whatever, doesn't matter. He's dead no matter where he is. Hidden Thread tapped send and shot the photo over to Wuda. Doesn't matter where he is. Wuda's curse kill spell will take care of him. Once he's dead, that little redhead is mine to mess with. Hey. Thinking that, Hidden Thread sent his informant an address. Yeah, just tell him this. That's right, just like that. After getting everything arranged, Hidden Thread got back on the shuttle to go prep for his guest's arrival. Inside the train trading post. Blue Sky Trading Post's not it either. Next one. Wei Chu walked out of the shop and crossed the name off his list with a pen. Just then, the sales rep who'd been helping him followed him out. Bro. Hold up, bro. Wei Chu turned his head. What is it? Like I said, your train is nice, but I can't afford it. Even with a discount, it's still out of my range. No, come on, let's talk over here. That sales guy threw an arm around Wei Chu and pulled him to the side. He pulled out a cigarette and offered one to Wei Chu. Wei Chu waved it off. He didn't smoke. So the salesman lit up his own, took a puff, and blew out a long cloud. Bro, I know you're looking to buy a green train. Look, there's nothing suitable here. No need to lock yourself into this trading post. We can look elsewhere. Elsewhere? Wei Chu raised an eyebrow, catching the hint. This place is legit. Proper business dealings only. But trains with shady origins, or ones owned by wanted criminals looking to sell, you won't find those here. You get what I'm saying, right? Wei Chu nodded. Got it. Exactly. Trains on the outside. Same specs, much cheaper. If you're lucky and find someone eager to sell, you can negotiate the price down even more. I just happen to know someone trying to unload a green train. Price is negotiable. What do you say? Interested in checking it out? You doing side gigs while on the clock? Wei Chu teased. Come on, man. Gotta earn a living somehow. The salesman flicked the ash from his cigarette and sighed. If I only relied on this dead-end job and that tiny commission, how would I feed my family? Gotta make whatever I can. 2 kids formula money doesn't come cheap, you know. Who doesn't want more cash, am I right? 2 kids? Yeah, wife's fierce. Popped out twins. And both boys too. Killing me. Wei Chu listened. Seemed sincere enough. Far from here? Not far. 10 minutes, tops. Alright, let's go. Hearing that, the salesman lit up. Great. Let me just go ask the manager for time off. He flicked his cigarette butt to the ground and dashed back into the store. Wei Chu frowned and stepped on the still-burning cigarette. Then he pulled out his claw machine and opened a message to Chi Zhao. Wait. Should I tell him or not? If this train doesn't work out, wouldn't I have made him come for nothing? Forget it. Better not bother him. He didn't get any sleep last night either. I'll go take a look myself first. Just then, the salesman came running back. Alright, let's go. Wei Chu deleted the drafted message, put away his phone, and nodded. Let's go. In a dimly lit room, Wuda sat cross-legged on his straw mat, eyes closed, meditating. Casting curses on others drained a lot of mental strength. Especially if the target had strong mental energy too. Cursing them cost even more, and curse kill was the hardest among all curses. Ding dong. Wuda picked up his claw machine from the desk. It was Hidden Thread. The photo had arrived. Wuda looked at the clean-cut young guy in the picture, and a trace of doubt crept into his eyes. So young. Why does Hidden Thread want him dead? He shook the thought away. Doesn't matter who he is. He'll be a corpse soon enough. Wuda placed the claw machine next to the incense ash burner, then pulled a thin, pinkish face mask from the box under the table and stuck it to his face. It was a kind of thousand-face human skin mask, but it had to be manually shaped. Not like Shi Zhao's version, which could be adjusted at will. Then Wuda pulled out a mirror. Using the flickering candlelight and the photo, he molded his face to look exactly like Shi Zhao's. After tweaking, refining, and adjusting, his face was now identical to the man in the photo. He nodded in satisfaction, then put away the claw machine and mirror. Items unrelated to the spell. When it came to curse kill without any tissue sample or even a name and birth details, Wuda had only one method: substitute curse technique. Substitute curse was cursing himself to trick the heavenly Tao. Then the damage he suffered would be mirrored onto the target. Of course, the stronger the connection to the target, the more effective it was. If he had the target's nails, hair, flesh, or even their name and birth details, the mirrored damage would be higher. With everything in place, he could sink up to 80% of the damage. But with only a face to go on, the most he could transfer was 20%. Substitute curse synced damage. Not healing. So Wuda just had to keep injuring himself and using healing potions to recover. Eventually grinding the other guy to death. The only issue: if the target responded fast and began healing, it would become a battle of attrition. So once the curse began, he had to catch the target off guard. Wuda took a deep breath and began the ritual. He stuffed 2 handfuls of incense ash into his mouth, stood up, and began dancing in a strange way while chanting incomprehensible prayers. He sang and danced, and as he danced, his eyes suddenly turned pure white. No pupils left. Connection established. The next moment, Wuda pulled out a sharp bone knife and stabbed it into his belly. Chapter 174, Chicken tastes good, but debts of kindness are hard to repay. Qi Zhao, who was tidying up the Huang LV Hung train, suddenly felt a sharp pain in his lower abdomen. It was like someone had stabbed him out of nowhere. His body jerked, and the next second, his intestines started to twist in agony. Qi Zhao lifted his shirt. Turns out that pain wasn't just in his head. A random gash had opened on his belly, and his intestines felt like they were being yanked out by an invisible hand, kneaded without mercy. Qi Zhao broke into a cold sweat, curling up on the ground like a boiled prawn. Enduring the searing pain, Qi Zhao shoved that section of intestine back inside. Then he pulled out a bottle of basic healing potion and chugged it down in one gulp. Wuda finished his first wave of attack, stuffed the intestines back in his belly, and drank a bottle of intermediate healing potion. As the wound healed, Wuda exhaled heavily. Fuck, that hurt like hell. Qi Zhao only took 2/10 of the damage. Imagine how brutally Wuda had to hurt himself. Sensing the connection weakening, he hurriedly grabbed another handful of incense ash and stuffed it into his mouth. This incense ash was hard to make, but it boosted his link to the cursed target. Right now, there was still more than half a pot of ash left in the burner. Hey, that last hit must have knocked him out cold. Keep going, one more round. Hit him while he's down. Take his life. With the potion working, the wound closed up. But a pink scar remained. Looked like an appendectomy scar. Qi Zhao touched the scar, brows tightly furrowed. What kind of attack is this? So damn weird. Before he could react, he suddenly felt pain in his throat. Like he just swallowed a blade. It's happening again. At the same time, Qi Zhao noticed movement from the yellow talisman inside his boundary bracelet. Fighting through the pain, he pulled it out. And the talisman caught fire on its own. Then Qi Zhao felt a wave of lightness sweep through his body. The pain in his throat vanished. This talisman. It actually works? The yellow talisman, still sticky with chicken grease, burned slowly, radiating warmth through Qi Zhao's body. Wuda tossed the knife aside. He had just stabbed his own throat. Another intermediate healing potion down, and his wound closed fast. Hey, let's see if he can still handle this. Then Wuda unleashed the full arsenal of the 18 tortures on himself. But the cursed target still wasn't dead. How is that possible? No way. I get it. It has to be the connection. Too weak. He went nuts, grabbing incense ash by the fistful and stuffing it into his mouth. In the end, he just picked up the whole incense burner and dumped it down his throat. The connection hit 50%. Wuda stabbed his own heart with a laugh and sneered, let's see. If you can still take this. You're fucking tough. He downed a bottle of high-level healing potion, and his heart began to regenerate. But his face looked awful. He could feel it, the other guy wasn't dead. He wasn't even weakened. Still alive and kicking. Impossible. Impossible. Unless he's chugging potions like crazy and dragging this out to the bitter end. But pain can't be healed. With wounds this severe, he should have passed out from the pain. Don't tell me this guy's some kind of monster. The incense ash was nearly gone. Wuda lit 3 more sticks of incense, completed the ritual, and stabbed them right into his own forehead. Let me see who the hell this guy is. Through the drifting white smoke, Wuda caught a glimpse of Chi Zhao's point of view. The moment he saw that yellow talisman, Wuda couldn't hold on any longer. He coughed up blood with a loud splat. Clutching his wildly beating heart, his body jolted and fell straight backward. How? How is this possible? That talisman. Was it a personal charm from that old Taoist? Wuda's eyes were filled with terror and confusion. He collapsed to the ground and started vomiting dark black liquid. At the same time, blood started pouring out from his eyes, ears, mouth, and nose. He was bleeding from all 7 orifices. Just then, a pleasant voice echoed in his ear, "Junior brother, so this is where you've been hiding." Wu Yu was holding a roast chicken, grease dripping down both hands. Without a care, he stepped through the black vomit Wuda had spewed and stood before him. Wu Yu wiped his hands, voice tinged with displeasure. "You're still using this crap to hurt people. Have you forgotten why Master kicked you out of the sect?" Wuda was about to retort, but he felt something stuck in his throat. He couldn't make a sound. Panic hit him instantly. "Of course, I'm not as uptight as Master." Wu Yu's pretty eyes locked onto Wuda. He smiled faintly. "I don't care who you want to harm. But this one. You can't touch him." Wuda stared at Wu Yu with fury, his face turning purple. He struggled a few times, then fell flat, unwilling to die. He was dead. A purple snake crawled out of Wuda's mouth. The thing that had just blocked his throat. He was literally suffocated to death. Once it emerged, the snake grew larger with the wind, coiling around and swallowing Wuda's corpse whole. Then it shrank again and slithered into Wu Yu's sleeve. Chicken's tasty. Kindness is hard to repay. Just as Wu Yu turned to leave, Wuda's claw machine rang from under the table. In a forest with yellow leaves, Hidden Thread had everything set up, lying in wait inside the train for his guest to arrive. Speaking of which, why hadn't Wuda messaged back yet? Had he failed? Is that guy really that hard to kill? Better check again. Just as Hidden Thread sent a message, Wuda replied. Just 3 words, all taken care of. Perfect? Success. Well, makes sense. As far as he could recall, Wuda had never once failed. Soon after thanking him, a shuttle rolled in. Hidden Thread's pupils narrowed when he saw Wei Chu and his informant step off. Perfect? Just that kid alone. Everything is going exactly as planned. Mission must be accomplished. It's about to be mine. Chapter 175, This guy harmed me like this, I must do it myself so fast, it really is quite close, huh? Right? We're both honest folks, wouldn't lie. The train, where is it? There, just up ahead. The shuttle can't get through, we'll need to walk a few steps. Wei Chu nodded and followed the male salesman. After passing through a patch of forest, the view suddenly opened up. A train appeared in front of the two. Wei Chu looked closely. The color checks out. The window shape is fine too. 20 carriages, the count is right. No mistake, isn't this my poor beloved train that got swiped by those crooks? Damn, finally found it. So, what do you say, let's head inside and take a look. Just the 2 of us? The person selling the train isn't coming? He's busy. Left it to me to sell on his behalf. As long as you're satisfied, once you pay, he'll log in from another train. Once this one's vacated, it's all yours. He's not here, but the door is open. This bait trap is way too obvious. That bastard Hidden Thread left the transaction history using my account. Does he really think I wouldn't check? Hidden Thread hadn't deleted the chats and trade logs with those jump accounts in time, and Wei Chu had already kicked him off the account. So Chi Zhao and Wei Chu knew Hidden Thread had a module extraction card. It's fine, Chi Zhao already told me. So long as I don't log in, he has no way to extract it. So I won't log in. Should be safe. If Hidden Thread's here, then he's tasting my flame dragon armor. Thinking this, Wei Chu nodded. Since you guys want to act, I'll play along. Of course I gotta look inside, let's go. Chi Zhao's yellow talisman in his hand completely burned out, not even ash left behind. And he didn't get hurt afterward. Who is it? Hidden Thread? He made a move on me this fast? Such a bizarre attack. Hidden Thread's intel never mentioned this kind of power or tool. Did he acquire it later? Or someone else? One of Hidden Thread's buddies? Chi Zhao broke out in a cold sweat. Thank goodness he hadn't thrown away that protective charm. It really came in clutch. Wu Yu. Wu Yu. Right after getting cursed, Chi Zhao contacted Con Yu. Sister Yu, help me. Someone's trying to kill me, it's terrifying. I was just chilling in the train when suddenly... Slice. My stomach got cut open out of nowhere, then my guts got yanked out, squished around. If it weren't for the healing potion you gave me, by next year 1D probably have kids breakdancing on my grave. The worst part is, I couldn't finish our mission. Died before I could take over as chief of the capture division. You've been so good to me. I'd die with regret. Qizhao exaggerated his story dramatically to Kong Yu. It was a curse kill. Substitute curse technique, you suspect Hidden Thread, but he doesn't have that power. Most likely he hired someone else, as long as you're fine. As for Hidden Thread, I'll get someone to take care of him. Kong Yu wants to take out Hidden Thread for me? No, this is something I have to settle myself. First, this revenge. I must take it with my own hands. Not just Hidden Thread, but whoever he hired. None of them will get away. Second, Hidden Thread's bounty isn't small. He's a level 3 wanted criminal of orderly heaven. The bounty is 1,100 train coins. Qizhao's in urgent need of train coins right now. If someone else kills him, they might not leave the body. No body, how do I claim the reward? Third, and most crucial. That guy's holding a module extraction card. Exactly what I need. Qizhao hurried to reply, Sister Yu, this guy harmed me like this, I must do it myself, the gear on him is tricky. Are you sure you can handle it? Well, I do need a little help from you, Sister Yu, speak. I need a tool that boosts mental strength. According to Intel, Hidden Thread Ghost Cloak and Ghost Step Shoes are items from level 7 treasure chests. Qizhao's skill, Dilly Clothes, could affect them, but no doubt would cost a massive amount of mental strength. It might take just one removal to drain him completely. Looks like he used the Ghost Cloak to turn ghost-like and dodge the bullet. But the trade log shows he traded that cloak, shoes, and 100 train coins for the module extraction card. Wait. Could he have more than one of those items? Or maybe he didn't use the extraction card and traded it back? Whatever the reason, none of that matters now. Kong Yu didn't even ask for Qizhao's reasoning. Here, borrow this. Soon, inside the bonded ring, appeared a silver pendant and a bottle of high-level healing potion. High-level healing potion. If you're still breathing, it can save you. Qizhao was touched, and took them out immediately. Pendant of the Goddess of Wisdom, boosts mental strength, speeds up its recovery, increases intelligence, and occasionally gives you unexpected inspiration. It was a silver pendant, with a gentle-faced goddess holding an oval blue gem. Just a glance at it made one feel deeply relaxed. After thanking Kong Yu, Qizhao wore the pendant and went to test it with Li Huizi. With a point of his finger, Li Huizi's glowing silk stockings vanished. In the past, making them disappear would make Qizhao feel lightheaded. Now, he felt no discomfort. Holy shit, this pendant's amazing. Top-tier stuff. When Kong Yu lends a hand, it's all premium grade. Perfect? With this, dealing with Hidden Thread just got way easier. Oh right, if Hidden Thread came after me, Wei Chu's probably in trouble too. He instantly pulled out his claw machine, mobile phone, and messaged Wei Chu. Wei Chu followed the male salesman into the carriage. First thing he checked. Whose account was logged in on this train? No screen? Ah, just like Qizhao's. No physical screen. Just a summonable light screen. Damn, such a convenient modification. Why didn't I ever get it? If I had that mod, maybe the train wouldn't have gotten stolen. Just then, Wei Chu's claw machine vibrated. He pulled out his phone. Message from Qizhao. I was attacked. Where are you? Huh? Qizhao was attacked? What the hell? Could it be Hidden Thread? He's really not here? I'm fine. What the hell? Are you okay? I'm outside checking the train. Pretty sure it's mine. Turn on location sharing. I'll come find you now. Okay, should we check out the later carriages? There's nothing in this initial carriage worth seeing. Let's go. Wei Chu had the same thought. The third carriage was his bedroom. One look and he'd know for sure. Wei Chu grinned, put away his claw machine. He followed the male salesman into the second carriage when he felt a sharp pain in his neck. Like something pricked him. The next moment, his eyes went blank, unfocused. Hidden Thread appeared behind him, clapped his hands, and said to the male salesman, "Nice work. Nothing else for you here. Head back first." "Got it, boss." Task done, the male salesman nodded and left, returning to the shuttle and driving off. The thing that stabbed Wei Chu's neck just now was the mind-muddling cicada, something Hidden Thread had bought at a high price. Mind-muddling cicada. Stab it into someone's neck, and you can control their mind for up to half an hour. Chapter 176, Want to run? Where do you think you can go? At this moment, Wei Chu was like a walking corpse, following Hidden Thread back to the initial carriage. Hidden Thread summoned the light screen, and under his control, Wei Chu logged into his own account. First, check if this brat's special module is still there. When Hidden Thread saw that mission must be accomplished module again, his heart rate shot up uncontrollably. It reminded him of the first time he secretly watched Yang Guifei sleeping. His heart pounded just like this. Good, this module was mine to begin with. Wait a minute, this sly bastard. He actually deleted all my jump accounts? Whatever. Hidden Thread immediately logged Weichu out and signed into his own account. He contacted Ghost Bro and brought up the module extraction card exchange right away. Ayo, you got another one that fast? Hidden Thread, you lucky bastard, not bad at all. Bro, I'm seriously jealous. Why don't I ever have that kind of luck? Damn it, I'm jealous to the point my dick's got no solution. What do I do? Hidden Thread gritted his teeth and replied, 100. No more. Knew it. Ghost Bro would definitely use this chance to extort me again. Hidden Thread didn't waste words and made the first offer. 200. If that works, I'll transfer right now. Ghost Bro, you're pushing it. What, looks like you're desperate this time. Still got time to haggle with me? Fine, forget it. I'll go find Butt King. You're not the only one with an extraction card. Don't come crying to me later. Suit yourself. Butt King was also one of the Pingjing 9 thieves, with a hobby of collecting other people's body parts. Like clipped toenails, shaved hair, removed appendices. Ever since their boss got caught, Butt King vanished too. He's been missing for so long. Not someone you can just hit up anytime. So Ghost Bro wasn't in a hurry either. Seeing Ghost Bro's attitude, Hidden Thread felt like his lungs were about to explode. Fuck. That Ghost Bro really deserves to die. Fuck me. Hope your son grows a dick on his forehead. 2 of them. When Shizhao learned Weichu was outside inspecting the train, he immediately requested location sharing. Looking at the red dot on the screen. At this range, the nanobugs could travel faster than a shuttle. Shizhao didn't stop for a second and immediately rode the nanobugs, flying toward Weichu. This is a low-altitude restricted zone. Unauthorized flying is prohibited. A squad of enforcer robots suddenly appeared, blocking Shizhao's path. Shizhao's face twitched. Low-altitude restriction? What the hell is that? Please show your ID. ID? I don't have shit like that. The only thing remotely like ID is that Orderly Heaven identity card. Shizhao reached into his pocket and took out the identity card. The other guy glanced at the card, then at Shizhao. So you're from Orderly Heaven. On the way to catch a wanted criminal? Shizhao took the card back, didn't say a word, just nodded. Let him through. The leader smiled. Shizhao nodded back and continued on his way. Watching Shizhao leave, the squad leader noticed his team's confusion and explained, this guy's from the capture division. He's got plenty of skills and gear. Right now is a critical time for diplomatic ties with Orderly Heaven. The airship gates between our regions are still in the testing phase. If it's within reason, lend a hand when possible. Everyone nodded and resumed patrol. No sign? The location ping is definitely here, though. Shizhao landed directly on the nanobugs. But he didn't hit the ground. Instead, he was hovering midair, feeling the surface below his feet. This was the roof of a train. So it's dynamic concealment. Shizhao had dynamic concealment too, and the realization hit instantly. Weichu really is in trouble. Shizhao took a deep breath, a vein faintly bulging on his forehead. Word spirit, time 0. Damn it, did that Butt King guy die or what? Ever since old Shu got caught, he's vanished. No replies at all. Hidden Thread sent a dozen messages. Practically spamming now. Damn it, that fucking Ghost Bro. Can't keep wasting time. The mind-muddling cicada's time is already halfway up. He reconnected with Ghost Bro. 200 it is, hurry the hell up. Why didn't you say so earlier? Someone else just messaged me asking for the extraction card. They're offering a fat price, too. You gave it to them. I didn't want to, but they insisted. Fuck. And you just gave it? Why so worked up? How could I bear to give it to someone else? We're brothers, remember? Alright, 300. I'll transfer to you right now. FK your uncle. Ghost Bro, you fing son of a BTCH. Hidden Thread furiously waved to close the light screen, his blood pressure skyrocketing. He was almost out of breath. Damn it. He grabbed a pair of pantyhose he got yesterday, covered his mouth and nose, and started deep breathing. Stay calm, gotta stay calm. Suddenly, he felt a chill wind sweep by. Who? He whipped around. Nothing behind him. Just as he relaxed and planned to talk sense into Ghost Bro again, a slap landed on his face. Hidden Thread, you've gotten gutsy, huh? Hidden Thread looked up in shock, saw Chizhao's face, and stumbled back a few steps in fear. It's him. No way. He's not dead? Didn't Wuda say it was handled? Wait. Did he curse the wrong person? FK, fuck. Things spiraled instantly. Hidden Thread felt a splitting headache. This had gone way out of his control. Chizhao smiled slightly and took a step closer. What, guilty now? Do you even know what you did? He walked right up to Hidden Thread, smiling as he stared him down. I want to kill you. That means you're already dead, understand? Hidden Thread saw the blood on the pantyhose. Only now did he realize he'd been so scared, he hadn't even noticed bleeding from his forehead. That's right. It's this power. The ability to suddenly appear right in front of someone. Like Flash. If he wanted to kill me just now, I'd be a goner. Like that big guy. Gone the moment they met. Hidden Thread swallowed hard, terror all over his face. Damn it, seriously damn it. Now what? Run? The idea to flee popped into Hidden Thread's mind immediately. Skills like that teleporting move. Either they have range limits or time constraints. I've got the ghost step shoes and ghost cloak. Maybe I can get away. Fuck, the module's almost mine. Am I seriously going to lose it again? You want to run? Where can you even run to? Just as Chizhou finished speaking, Hidden Thread felt a chill beneath his feet. He looked down. His 10 toes were exposed. Fuck me. Where the hell are my ghost step shoes? Exclamation mark chapter 177, this damn guy's hacked. Before Hidden Thread could even react to what had just happened, he suddenly felt a chill all over. Not only the ghost step shoes. His ghost cloak disappeared too. Chizhou made both of these level 7 items vanish, and even with the pendant of the Goddess of Wisdom given by Konyu, he still felt a stabbing pain in his head. But he could endure it. Even though it hurt like hell, his expression didn't change at all. To Hidden Thread, Chizhou still wore that same look. 1/3 mockery, 1/3 contempt, 1/3 indifference. With the two tools he relied on gone, any remaining desire to resist was completely erased from Hidden Thread's heart. When the ghost step shoes vanished, he knew there was no escape, and he prepared to pull out his weapon to fight back. But when the ghost cloak disappeared right after, he gave up that thought entirely. What if I take out my dragon beard wire and that disappears too? Too freaky, way too freaky. What the hell kind of ability is this? He saw through it. He even saw through all my thoughts. He only made the ghost cloak vanish and didn't kill me. He's warning me. And this isn't some sleight of hand. My 2 items really disappeared. A master. A real fucking master. No wonder Wuda screwed up. I seriously underestimated this guy. Anoka Yunsen was right. If I wanna live a few days longer, I better not mess with him. Damn it, it's over, I've seriously kicked a steel plate this time. Chizhou saw the fear and self-doubt on Hidden Thread's face and was very satisfied. Good, this is exactly the effect I wanted. He struck while the iron was hot and continued, Mouse, you still don't know what you did wrong? Hidden Thread's heart sank. Wait, how does he know my nickname is Mouse? Hidden Thread's real name is Hao Ziwei. Since he uses silk wires made from dragon beard, people call him Hidden Thread. But the nickname Mouse was known only to a very few. Seeing Hidden Thread already trembling in fear, Chizhou leaned in and whispered in his ear, let me think. Champagne color, satin, stiletto heels. Yeah, size 36. Hidden Thread snapped his head toward Chizhou. That's the pair of shoes I stole from Konyu back in the day. A lot of people know I tried to steal Konyu's shoes and failed, but no one knows what kind of shoes they were. How could he know so clearly? He even knows the exact fucking size? Who is he? Who the hell is he really? What, it coming back to you now? Chizhou gave a faint smile, it's fine if you don't remember. Just wait. Konyu will be here to see you real soon. Finally, that one sentence shattered the last bit of psychological defense Hidden Thread had. Only now did Hidden Thread realize. What Anoka Yunsen said back then actually meant something deeper. Don't touch him didn't just mean he's strong. It meant more importantly, he's one of Konyu's people. Fuck. Konyu. Back when I tried to steal her shoes and failed, she chased me down to kill me. If it weren't for old Zhu begging on my behalf, I would have been dead already. That terrifying woman. Hidden Thread's legs went limp, and with a loud thud, he dropped to his knees. Why you? Your sister Yu's guy? Chizhou smiled faintly, neither confirming nor denying. Mouse, now do you realize what a huge fucking mess you made? Be big bro. Hidden Thread banged his head on the floor with 2 loud thuds. I didn't know you were Sister Yu's man. If I'd known, you could give me 100 guts and I still wouldn't dare touch you. Chizhou continued, well, at least you're quick to admit you were wrong. He bent slightly and patted Hidden Thread on the shoulder. My identity is confidential. Not many people know. I don't blame you for trying to mess with me. But Konyu is really pissed off. You get what I mean? Gulp. Hidden Thread swallowed hard. Yes, I get it. You get shit. Chizhou suddenly raised his voice and slapped Hidden Thread across the face. Smack. The sound echoed in the carriage. A red handprint instantly bloomed on Hidden Thread's cheek. Then Chizhou pointed at Wei Chu, who was like a walking corpse, and shouted, this guy's special module. Konyu had her eyes on it long ago. She had dibs on it, and you dared to steal it. Mouse, do you really think if she wanted to kill you back then, you'd still be alive now? Hidden Thread held his face, trembling violently. Chizhao crossed his arms, continuing his intimidation, but now, you're done for. Konyu is really gonna kill you this time. Be big bro. What do I do now? What do you do? How the hell should I know? Konyu told me to watch you. When she gets here, she wants to handle it herself. Chizhao let out a cold snort. If it weren't for her orders, I would have killed you already. Hidden Thread felt like the sky was collapsing. Sure enough, every gift from fate already has its price tag hidden. That special module. Knew it wouldn't be so easy to get. Great, now I didn't get the module, and I might lose my life. Run? Activate the screen and drive off right now. Nope, I can't beat Konyu, and I sure as hell can't beat this guy either. Shit. Hidden Thread had a million thoughts, but didn't dare move a muscle. He was scared Chizhao would kill him before he even twitched. Just then, Chizhao's claw machine rang. He took it out and held it to his ear. Hey, sister, you here already? That fast? Yeah, don't worry, he's not going anywhere with me here. As he spoke, Chizhao gave Hidden Thread a cold sideways glance that made his whole body tense. Sent you the location. See you soon. Chizhao put away the claw machine and sighed. Konyu will be here in 3 minutes. Hidden Thread, you're a smart guy. The sudden praise stunned Hidden Thread. Ah, shame I never got the module extraction card. The task Konyu gave me is still incomplete. Otherwise, I'd have been free long ago. Since you're about to die anyway, may as well tell you. Being an undercover is exhausting. Hearing that, Hidden Thread suddenly shouted, I can get the module extraction card. I know you can. So why the hell are you still standing there? I've been hinting like fuck for ages. You dumbass. The only way to save your neck now is, when Konyu gets here, kiss her shoes and hand over a module card with mission must be accomplished already extracted. If Konyu's in a good mood, I'll plead for you. Maybe. Just maybe. She'll let you off. But what? No fucking buts. I need those 2 items back to get the card. Chizhao smiled faintly. Hidden Thread swallowed hard. I got it. I'll think of another way. By the time you think of it, Konyu will already be here. Then what now? Chizhao gave him a cold stare. Actually, ever since he used delete close on Hidden Thread, Chizhao had been counting seconds in his head. 175. 176. When he hit 180, Chizhao dramatically pointed at Hidden Thread. Perfect timing. The vanished ghost cloak and ghost step shoes came back all at once. Here's your stuff. Hurry the hell up. Holy shit. My gear, it's back? Hidden Thread frantically patted his clothes and touched his shoes. Yep, they're his items. Even though the items were back, Hidden Thread felt even more terrified. Too scary. He can just make someone's items vanish with a word. And bring them back with another? How the fuck do you even fight against that? This damn guy's totally hacked. Chapter 178, The Power of Words. Right now, Hidden Thread's mind was already filled with Chizhao's bizarre methods and fear of the unknown. Chizhao's image, in his imagination, became more and more unfathomable. If he could think a little more rationally, it wouldn't have come to this. He stiffly took off the ghost cloak and ghost step shoes. Then he pulled a pair of black silk stockings from his pocket and quickly slipped them on. Train coins appeared one by one, and Hidden Thread explained, the other party wants 300 train coins. I'll be ready in a second. Chizhao nodded. Not bad, Mouse. That's a neat trick. Chizhao jerked his chin toward Wei Chu. When he came in, he'd already seen Wei Chu looking like a corpse. Lifeless eyes, like his soul had been taken. Jay just used a mind-muddling cicada. Mind-muddling cicada. Chizhao memorized the name. After Hidden Thread handed over the 300 train coins, he contacted Ghost Bro and exchanged for a module extraction card. Damn, I thought you'd try to haggle. Didn't expect you to be so quick. Nice, nice. I knew you tight-ass still had money. If you don't end up using it, you're welcome to return it. I promise next time, I won't charge you train coins. Hidden Thread had no mood to reply to Ghost Bro's banter. If it were a normal day, he'd at least curse back a couple times. Chizhao watched Hidden Thread's every move, including the symbol on the screen that he hadn't seen before. A special module. Chizhao's eyes twitched. Right then, Chizhao spoke, the Konyu matter is settled. What about my issue? Hearing Chizhao's words, Hidden Thread's movement lagged half a beat. Forget it, how about this? Just tell me who you sent, I'll deal with it myself. Hearing this, Hidden Thread let out a breath of relief. He turned back, grinning apologetically. His name is Wuda. He's in Zune. I can go with you, big bro. I'll lead the way. Chizhao nodded and gestured for him to continue. With a flash of light, Hidden Thread pulled out the module extraction card and presented it with both hands. Be big, bro. All he felt was a blur before his eyes. Next second, a surge of hot blood sprayed onto the ceiling. Hidden Thread's head and body were severed. His head dropped to the floor and rolled twice. While his head was falling, he first saw his bare belly. Then his legs. Then his 10 exposed toes with no shoes. Then Hidden Thread widened his eyes, straining to look upward. He saw Chizhou holding the module extraction card in his hand. And above that, a face filled with utter indifference. Then he saw Chizhou reach out his hand. What greeted him was endless, eternal darkness. Hidden Thread was dead. Chizhou immediately stored the head into the boundary bracelet. To prevent any resurrection-type items, Chizhou decided to keep the head and body separate for a while. With the controller dead, the mind-muddling cicada also became ineffective. Wei Chu's body went limp, passed out, and collapsed to the ground. 2 streams of silver liquid flowed from his ears, flying back into Chizhou's hands. They were nanobugs. Chizhou had used the nanobugs to block Wei Chu's ears the moment he entered. Because all the things he just said, Wei Chu couldn't be allowed to hear them. Just in case, Chizhou still gave Zijian a call, asking her to check up on the mind-muddling cicada. Very soon, Zijian sent back the info she found. After confirming that during the mind-muddling cicada effect, the person retains no memory at all, Chizhou was finally at ease. Good. With nanobugs blocking his ears as backup, now he didn't have to bullshit Wei Chu all over again. When Chizhou saw Wei Chu looking like a dead man earlier, he already knew something was off. And since Hidden Thread told him to log in and he did, Chizhou more or less figured out he was being controlled. Now it was confirmed. Wei Chu knew nothing. If Hidden Thread had already traded for the module card earlier, Chizhou might have chosen to kill him on the spot. All this delay was because Hidden Thread didn't get the module card in time. Chizhou was worried if they dragged it out longer, Hidden Thread would take Wei Chu and escape with a quick departure, so he chose this method. Chizhou admitted. This plan had a bit of a gamble to it. But thankfully, the gamble paid off. And he even got an unexpected bonus. Chizhou looked at the module card in his hand and couldn't help but smile. Before killing Hidden Thread, he had already activated Word Spirit, ×0, and at maximum speed, snatched the module extraction card from his hands. Then extracted Hidden Thread's special module. Fake newbie. All of this happened so fast, all Hidden Thread saw was a blur. Once the module was extracted, there was no point in keeping him alive. As for those secrets and Hidden Thread's backstory, Chizhou had already asked Konyu about them beforehand. To take someone down, the more you know about them, the better. When you understand someone deeply, know their weaknesses, while they know nothing about you, then you can do this. Just a few tricks, plus the power of words, and victory comes easy. As for that call from Konyu, it was actually Chizhou who had told Lao Yu beforehand to call exactly 2 minutes after he went in. Chizhou pulled out a pair of gloves and started rummaging through Hidden Thread's remaining items. First, he stripped off Hidden Thread's black silk. This was it. The one he used to pull out all those train coins earlier. Goddess of Night's Mercy, comes with its own storage space, supports up to 100 kilograms load, definitely a storage item. Black silk is black silk. But that name's pretty poetic. Chizhou reached into the stocking, focused his mind, and scanned the stored contents. Inside the stocking were more stockings. Black ones, white ones, purple, blue, pink. Fishnets, straps, bodysuits, crotchless. Chizhou took a deep breath and kept digging. Still lots of train coins inside. Just a glance, at least 200 or 300. Dragon beard wire, woven from a real dragon's beard. Fireproof, waterproof, eternal, yep, this was Hidden Thread's other signature item. Rumor was it came from a level 6 treasure chest. The wire was incredibly tough. If the user was fast and strong enough, it could even cut steel. Besides the dragon beard wire, there were 7 or 8 bottles of random potions. Aside from the usual healing and antidote potions, there were 2 bottles of kidney energy boost. Kidney energy boost, 1 bottle refreshes your mind. 2 bottles keep you tireless. 3 bottles grant immortality, Chizhou. Highly suspicious of false advertising. Other than that, the stocking only had a claw machine, some food, and a few regular guns. Chizhou checked another pocket on Hidden Thread and found a second claw machine. He grabbed Hidden Thread's hand and unlocked the fingerprint lock. In the contacts, he found the one Hidden Thread mentioned. Wuda. He also saw all their chat history. Wuda's last message, handled? Wait, why would he say handled? To Hidden Thread? Could it be? He didn't even know whether I was dead or not. Chizhou rubbed his forehead. Whatever. He's the next one to die anyway. Chizhou put the claw machine away. Besides that, there was nothing else good on Hidden Thread. Just then, Wei Chu let out a low groan and woke up. Chapter 179, I'll have my kid call you godfather shit, cheesy Wei Chu suddenly sat up. When he saw the corpse on the ground and the blood splattered everywhere, he looked completely confused. Fuck, what the hell happened here? Chi Zhao stood up, took off his gloves, and clapped his hands. It's all taken care of. You'll need to do something about this train. From the roof of the carriage, blood was still dripping down with a steady drip drip drip. Who would have thought that Hidden Thread, this guy who looked malnourished and weak, actually had such high blood pressure? The train? Oh right, I came to check on the train. Wait, I haven't confirmed if this is even my train yet. Chi Zhao. Then. Confirm it? Of course I need to confirm it. Wei Chu scrambled to his feet and crawled into the back carriages. Soon, he came running back with a stomp stomp stomp. Then he pointed at the naked, headless male corpse on the floor and shouted, "Fuck, who the hell are you, man? If you're gonna die, die somewhere else. Why do you have to die in my train? Damn it, now my train's defiled. So it is your train then?" Yeah. The drawing I made for Zhao Wan is still here. Good thing Hidden Thread didn't steal it, or I definitely wouldn't have let him off. Chi Zhao nudged his chin toward the corpse on the floor. What do you mean? That is Hidden Thread. Huh? Chi Zhao gave Wei Chu a brief explanation of what had happened. Basically, he arrived just in time to stop Hidden Thread from taking his special module. Then he fought Hidden Thread in a 300-round battle and finally won by a hair, killing him. When Wei Chu heard this, he hugged Chi Zhao and cried out with tears streaming down his face, "Chi Zhao, you're my savior. Without you, I would have been totally screwed this time. This kind of huge favor. How am I supposed to repay you? I've decided, when Zhao Wan and I have our baby, I'll have the kid call you godfather." Sure. As long as you're happy. Hey, don't wipe your snot on me. Chi Zhao pushed away the emotional Wei Chu and said, "It's not over yet. We need to head back to the train trading post. Hidden Thread's informant, that sales guy who brought you here, still needs to be dealt with. I knew that guy was Hidden Thread's mole. The second I saw this train, I had a feeling." Wei Chu let go of Chi Zhao, pounded his right fist into his left palm, and declared confidently, "Then let's go." "Perfect, I'll take your train with me too. At Orderly Heaven's trading post, we at the Capture Division can get a free car. Washington, seriously? That's amazing." Chi Zhao flipped his left hand over his right and pulled out train coins from inside black silk, then stored them in his boundary bracelet. Once he had 130 coins, he chose to consume them to upgrade the bracelet. The boundary bracelet advanced to level 2, tier 4, unlocking the 4th special storage slot. Chi Zhao didn't bother pulling out the rest of the train coins from black silk. Mainly because taking them out one by one was too much trouble. Unlike the bracelet, where he could retrieve things with a single thought, with black silk, he had to reach his hand inside and dig them out himself. Of course, it's not like he couldn't pull them out with a thought. But only if he wore it on his leg. Different storage items have their own methods of use and storage styles. Chi Zhao stored Hidden Thread's corpse and Wei Chu's train in the boundary bracelet, and the two of them set off for the train trading post. After watching the Capture Division take away the male sales agent, Chi Zhao and the others arrived at the Orderly Heaven trading post. When Chi Zhao pulled out Wei Chu's train, a beautiful saleswoman approached with a smile. "Hello, are you looking to sell this train?" Nope. This one's mine." Wei Chu quickly corrected her. Then. "What brings you here?" "I need a Washington A car wash." As he spoke, Wei Chu opened the train door, and a wave of blood stench rushed out. She didn't seem surprised. Like she'd seen worse. "Understood, sir. I'll arrange the car wash for you right away." Chi Zhao chuckled and then flipped out a black train. This one had 3 initial carriages. The very one he'd picked up at Walking Fish Beach. "Hello, sir. Would this one also be needing a wash?" "No, I'm selling this one." "Wow, 3 initial carriages. That's a super rare train." "Sir, are you sure you want to sell this train?" Chi Zhao nodded, non-committal. "Alright, I'll get the manager to appraise it for you. Orderly Heaven has one good policy. The buyback price for black trains with the same configuration is the same as for other colors. They wouldn't dare lower the price just because of Kong Yu. Otherwise, rumors would start spreading that even Orderly Heaven feared Kong Yu or agreed with her color personality theories. So their buyback prices must remain high. And more importantly, selling to Orderly Heaven earns Chi Zhao merit points. And you need a lot of those to get a level 8 treasure chest key. The manager arrived and was clearly impressed when he saw the train. Who in their right mind would sell a train with all initial carriages? A train this rare? Most people would keep it for themselves. But Chi Zhao just casually brought it in to sell. That's real power. Back when the game first started, a basic setup. 1 train engine and 1 initial carriage. sold for around 50 to 60 train coins. The buyback price was usually 80% of the sale price. Qijiao's train, with 3 initial carriages, could fetch several times that. Why? Because initial carriages are super rare. So far, Qijiao had only ever triggered one upgrade that converted a carriage into an initial carriage. In the end, the manager offered a price of 210 train coins. Qijiao nodded. Just about what he expected. He was short on money anyway. Once the price was agreed, Qijiao handed over his savings card, and the manager accepted it with both hands. After the manager went to process the payment, all the beautiful saleswomen nearby started giving Qijiao the side eye. To them, Qijiao was young, handsome, and most importantly, loaded. Practically the perfect guy in their eyes. They were all feeling an itch in their hearts, hoping Qijiao would notice them. One brought him water. Another served him a fruit platter. And one even accidentally tripped in front of him, hoping he'd catch her. Yesterday, when Qijiao came in to sell 5 regular carriages, he'd already left a strong impression on them. And today, he came again. This time selling an even rarer initial carriage. In just 2 short days, he'd made 293 train coins. To put that in perspective, these regular saleswomen had a monthly base salary of only 15 train coins. If they didn't make any commissions, 293 coins would be equivalent to a year and a half's salary. 1 train coin could be exchanged for 1,000 order coins. And the order coin's purchasing power was about the same as a Longo yuan. Their monthly salaries were already considered high compared to others. After all, they worked for orderly heaven. Other train company sales staff typically earn just 5 to 8 train coins a month. But to Qijiao, those 293 train coins were only enough to upgrade the boundary bracelet twice. Qijiao and these employees were simply on different levels now. In the world of train adventuring, only adventure brings rewards. Choosing stability means choosing mediocrity. The manager returned the card with a smile. Qijiao put it away, left Wei Chu there to get the train washed, and headed to his next destination without a break. To the Capture Division's Yun branch in Orderly Heaven. To hand over Hidden Thread's corpse and exchange it for train coins. Chapter 180, the 3rd special module, Fake Newbie. Qijiao came out of the Capture Division's Yun branch of Orderly Heaven. It was already 3 in the afternoon. He handed over Hidden Thread's corpse and submitted a brief report. The Capture Division had one good trait: as long as the mission was done, the report didn't matter. Dong Heizui's philosophy was that if the work's done well, paperwork is just fluff. Take it or leave it. Only results matter, not the process. The time spent writing reports would be better spent catching another wanted criminal. So their working style was very relaxed. Strict outwardly, lenient internally. All to boost capture rates. At the branch's entrance, team leader Kingshan personally saw him off. I know what you need. I'll push for it over there, try to wrap things up fast. As for not canceling the bounty on Hidden Thread for now, I'll have to run that by the higher-ups. Shouldn't be a big issue. Qijiao still had to find that Wuda. Until he dealt with him, it was better not to let news of Hidden Thread's death leak. Then thanks, Captain King. Hey, no big deal. But you. Last night you just busted a gang of arms dealers. Today you already took out the notorious Hidden Thread, one of the Pingjing 9 thieves. Kingshan looked at Qijiao, face full of admiration. Young folks these days. Seriously impressive. Qijiao smiled and said, all for order. Haha, exactly. All for order. After saying goodbye to Kingshan, Qijiao left. Now that he had the fake newbie module card and the train coins, he had to hurry back. Still lots to do. On the shuttle ride back, Qijiao pulled out Hidden Thread's claw machine. He'd already deleted the previous fingerprint lock. Now the fingerprint was his. Earlier he'd messaged Wuda, but still no reply. Qijiao also had Ziji in check, but there was no one named Wuda in the chat room. He dialed Wuda's number. Ring ring ring. No one picked up. Wuda. Wuda. Could he already have left Ziyun? Back on his own train, Qijiao first contacted the Orderly Heaven clerk and withdrew 293 train coins from his cart online. Then he pulled out a black module card. It was a special module extracted from the Hidden Thread train. Fake newbie. Staring at the module card, Qijiao's thoughts drifted back to before he killed Hidden Thread that morning. To be honest, he'd considered letting Hidden Thread extract Wei Chu's mission must be accomplished, have him take out Wei Chu, then take out Hidden Thread himself. But there was one drawback. Wei Chu's death would very likely draw investigation from above. After all, he had the mission must be accomplished module. If he were killed by Hidden Thread, the higher-ups would surely come checking where that module went. This was a world full of strange powers. Who knew what skills or items could be used to recreate the truth? Then he'd risk getting exposed. But the chance to get that special module. Maybe it was worth it. Worst case, just go on the run. because that mission must be accomplished module was just too tempting. Anyone who saw it and wasn't tempted? Impossible. In fact, every special module draws bloodthirsty sharks. A man's not guilty. Only guilty for what he carries. That's why Chi Zhao had always been careful to hide it, terrified of exposure. He was still hesitating. Should he really go through with it? Because in Chi Zhao's eyes, whether it was Orderly Heaven or the Freedom Organization, he didn't trust either side. He had a very clear sense of self. Chi Zhao knew. In their eyes, he was nothing but a tool in their struggle. Of course, since they treated him as a pawn, Chi Zhao used them right back as stepping stones. So Chi Zhao played both sides, always angling to maximize his own gain and power. Since ancient times, when has being a mole ever ended well? But as long as his power was strong enough, even if he got exposed one day, he wouldn't be easily messed with. But when he saw that Hidden Thread also had a special module, his plan changed again. Compared to Wei Chu's mission must be accomplished, taking Hidden Thread's module was all gain, no loss. Chi Zhao had seen Kan Yu's full panel. What modules would normally unlock between levels 1 to 50, he knew like the back of his hand. Even the hidden modules unlocked at level 20. He knew them all. So when Chi Zhao saw a never-before-seen icon on Hidden Thread's screen, he immediately knew. That was a special module. After all, the Pingjing Nine Thieves were famous for hunting special modules. If their members didn't have one, that would be absurd. Chi Zhao pulled himself out of his thoughts and brought the module card close to the screen. The screen detected the module card. Chi Zhao clicked Activate. Activating special module. Fake newbie, you will permanently remain in internship period mode. Your carriages will always be at constant temperature and humidity, absolutely safe. Without your authorization, no platform creatures can enter your carriage, and they cannot damage your train. Nice. Truly worthy of being a special module. Constant temperature and humidity. No need for air conditioning anymore. Saves on some resource consumption. Although at this point, Chi Zhao didn't care much about saving a bit here and there. The real value was that platform creatures could no longer damage the train. If danger struck, just hide in the carriage. It couldn't get more satisfying. Of course, he still had to watch out for other train conductors. As expected. Every special module has a unique and powerful effect. No wonder everyone craves them. Why should he have one and I don't? That's not fair. After all, no matter the time, people are never upset by scarcity. Only by inequality. Getting a special module is one thing. You still need the strength to keep it. Winning power is easy. Keeping it isn't. You either have strength like Kan Yu, not afraid of anyone coming to take it, or you're like Chi Zhao now. Hiding it well, staying invisible. Now with Fake Newbie activated, Chi Zhao had 3 out of the 12 special modules. Station Forecast, Anchor Point Rewind, Fake Newbie. Station Forecast let him preview the next station's detailed info. Helped him avoid danger and find good loot. Anchor Point Rewind let him escape when stuck in a hopeless situation. Ignore all rules. That wasn't just talk. Fake Newbie boosted his train's safety by a ton. Just like Anchor Point Rewind, it was a life-saving module. Conductor, you're back. Lao Yu came running right away. Chi Zhao nodded, eyes on the control screen. Conductor, the sister you mentioned on the phone this morning. Who's that? My sister. You don't know her. Oh. Go get Zhejian. Got it. Lao Yu ran off shouting as he went. Sister's eye. Conductor's calling for you. Coming. Are we heading out? Chi Zhao tossed the black silk to Zhejian. Put it on. Chapter 181, Level 30, Special Module Upgrade. What are you doing? Didn't expect you had a thing for giving people stockings. Goddess of Night's Mercy, wow, is this a storage item? Put them on and take out all the train coins inside. Chi Zhao really didn't want to reach his hand in and dig them out one by one again. It was too much trouble. Zhejian's eyes immediately lit up. It was her first time seeing so many train coins. She went to change into the stockings, then with a thought, took out the train coins from inside. Lao Yu held a basin nearby to catch them. Soon, the little metal basin was almost full. That's all, I got them all out. Okay, I'll take them to the conductor now. With that, Lao Yu turned around with the basin and was about to leave. Hey. Lao Yu, wait. What's up, sister's eye? Didn't you say that was all of them? Come here. Zhejian grinned mischievously and waved him over. Lao Yu, look at this big basin. Let's keep a few as our private stash. Private stash? What's the point of that? So I can unlock a new game for you. You've been playing that dumb Plants vs. Zombies for days. Don't you want a new game? I don't need a private stash for that. The conductor will unlock it for me. Zhejian. The conductor needs these train coins more. And with that, Lao Yu walked off with the basin. Watching Lao Yu's back, Zijian sighed. It's over. He's ruined. What's wrong? Seeing Zijian shake her head and sigh, Li Huizi asked. Liu Liu's brain has completely morphed into Qi Zhao's shape. Li Huizi tried hard to understand what she meant. She'd been seriously studying Dragonese recently. But Dragonese was just too complex. The same sentence could mean totally different things depending on the tone. Huh? Why are there still so many stockings inside these stockings? Could they all be storage items? With that, Zijian started pulling out more and more stockings. In the second initial carriage, Qi Zhao and Lao Yu sat on the floor. All around them were various train-exclusive items modified during the recent upgrade. There was a temperature-controlled foot massager, bread maker, air fryer, high-speed blender, electric steamer, microwave oven, robot vacuum, dehumidifier, vacuum cleaner, air purifier. Besides these, Qi Zhao had also rolled a reset modification. After thinking it over, Qi Zhao decided to upgrade the planting carriage into an initial carriage. Now Qi Zhao had already reached level 29. How many left? 68. Perfect? Just enough to hit level 30. Toss in 50 more. Roger, conductor. As Lao Yu tossed 50 more train coins into the material input zone, Qi Zhao clicked upgrade. Upgrade, level 30. Gained 1 initial carriage, maximum stop time extended by 1 hour, current latest departure time, 19:00. You may still choose to depart at 10:50, unlocked puzzle game module, puzzle game, allows rearranging carriages, level 30 was a major milestone. Very few people were above level 30. Because as long as you had enough resources and train coins, anyone could reach level 30. But after level 30, it was different. To keep leveling up, you needed travel credentials. Travel credentials worked like experience points. The longer you stayed at stations and the more you explored, the more you gained. Besides the usual resources, only with enough travel credentials could you continue leveling. What you gained at level 30 wasn't a regular carriage either. It was an initial carriage that couldn't be dismantled. Qi Zhao had another reason to rush to level 30. Earlier, Zijian had been lurking in the chat room and found some intel. At level 30, special modules would get a buff. And every 10 levels after that, they'd get buffed again. In other words, at levels 30, 40, and 50, the strength of special modules would differ. Sure enough, a new message popped up on the screen. Station forecast upgraded, will provide more detailed station intel. Station forecast explicitly said it would give more station information. And intel. Well, the more, the better. Anchor point rewind upgraded, range increased, now allows cross-world rewinding. Anchor point rewind lets you set a soul anchor inside the train. No matter where you were, you could ignore all current world rules and return to the anchor point. Before, anchor point rewind could only be used in the current world. Now with the upgrade, it worked across worlds. Because it was a soul anchor, Qi Zhao couldn't bring others with him when using it. He had already tested this with Lao Yu earlier. At the time, he hugged Lao Yu and activated anchor point rewind. Only he returned to the train. Lao Yu was left behind. No idea if future upgrades would allow others to come along. Fake newbie upgraded, internship rewards issued based on performance, every 90 days, and every 90 days you'd get internship rewards. As expected from fake newbie. Back then, Qi Zhao had ranked number 1 overall during his internship and got a special treasure chest. That boundary bracelet had come from that special chest. Just not sure if this module's reward would include a special treasure chest. Also not sure when Hidden Thread got this module. If it had been a long time, it probably wouldn't. Because Hidden Thread didn't have that many good items. Actually, no. That guy's 2 best items had already been traded for a module extraction card. Qi Zhao shook his head. Whatever. I'll know in 3 months anyway. Too bad the only thing we know is that the module gets stronger every 10 levels. But not what exactly changes. These special modules are rare, and just learning this much intel is already impressive. Zijian's amazing for that. Able to filter out useful stuff from that spammy water group. A true chosen one in the chat flood. What's more, she actually enjoyed it. In her words, it was like browsing Weibo. Qi Zhao didn't have the time for that. He was way too busy. Looking at it now, he suddenly got curious about what new features Zijian's station reward would get at level 30. Too bad he didn't have another module extraction card. Could have just extracted it and activated it on his own account. Speaking of which, those module extraction cards were super rare. Even Hidden Thread didn't have one. Had to trade a bunch of stuff for his. No idea when he'd get another one. These things really depend on luck. But that level 8 treasure chest key. The level 8 chest I have. Not only does it have 3 life-saving hairs, it also has a module card. Just don't know which special module it'll be. Thinking of that, Chizhao unconsciously nodded. Save up merit points and trade for a level 8 key. I'll know once I open it. Then Chizhao clicked the new module unlocked at level 30. Puzzle game. Puzzle game lets you rearrange carriages. Finally, he could reorganize the train. Now that the train was longer, the carriage layout had gotten really messy. Initial carriages, special carriages, and enlarged carriages were all mixed in with regular carriages. Chizhao opened puzzle game. A 3D view of the train popped up on the screen. By clicking around, he could see the modifications and items in each carriage. And he could freely drag them around to rearrange their positions. Chizhao first dragged the 2 initial carriages in the back to the front, connecting them with the first 2. Then he moved all the enlarged carriages to the front. Next, he shifted all the empty carriages to the rear. Once the order was set, Chizhao clicked confirm. Finally, no more random mishmash of big small 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 big big. Big ones in front, small ones in back. Chizhao nodded. Now it looked way more organized. Just then, Wei Chu called. Chapter 182, Infinite Train. Hey, Chizhao, hey, my train's washed and ready. Yeah, Moonlight Alley, waiting for you. I'm treating you all to dinner. Yep, everyone come. Bring the black wind monster too. Chizhao hung up, put the train into the boundary bracelet, and called a shuttle. The group headed to Moonlight Alley. They gathered and started picking a restaurant. How about this Cthulhu cuisine place? The decor's kinda fun. Should we go with this one? Wei Chu pointed into the alley, excited. No. Everyone rejected him in unison. Zhejian even crossed her arms and made an X gesture. Wei Chu looked super awkward. Okay, we'll pick a different one. At a small tavern, the group ate and drank their fill, chatting away. You're leaving tonight? Wei Chu was surprised. Yeah. I've already hit level 30. After that, I need to collect travel credentials to level up. Already level 30 that fast? Aren't you gonna rest? Why so intense? Chizhao shook his head, no time to rest. Alright, I was planning to go back to Yurden for a bit. Guess I can't go with you guys then. Wei Chu said with some regret. What, heading back to give Xiayuan the good news? The train got recovered so fast. I already told her, ha ha ha. Wei Chu scratched his head and laughed. Oh right, there's one more thing. What is it? I gotta dye my hair back before I go. Otherwise Xiaowan's gonna nag me again. Chizhao. After dinner, the group strolled around Moonlight Alley a bit longer and picked up a bunch of specialty snacks. Zhejian wore black silk, her figure hot and curvy. Li Huizi wore white silk, looking pure and cute. The two of them walking together turned quite a few heads. Chizhao, meanwhile, went off alone to the Kiln Chicken shop to ask the shop owner about Wu Yu. Oh? It's you. What are you saying, asking if I've seen that little Taoist kid? The Kiln Chicken shop owner was wiping oil onto his apron with both hands. Hey, now that you mention it, the kid didn't show up today. That's weird. Maybe he really went off and started visiting someone else's house, ha 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 ha. He used to come a lot, huh? Yeah, every day. You have no idea how many of my chickens he swiped. Chizhao pulled out 2,000 order coins and handed them to the owner. What's this? 2,000 worth of chicken? No, I need a favor. If you see him one day, please give this to him for me. Chizhao left his claw machine number with the owner and left. Not finding Wu Yu didn't surprise Chizhao. That guy. Just what is his identity? They left Moonlight Alley and headed to the wilderness. Chizhao pulled out his train. He took one last look at the starlit sky and closed the train door. Departure. Journey continues. Train launching, please sit tight and hold on. Chizhao immediately summoned the screen to check tomorrow's station info. Next stop, Infinite Train, single player station, latest departure from this station, 24 hours after arrival. After entering this world, the back of your train will connect to the back of the Infinite Train. When night falls, Lower Moon 1 Inmu will drag all passengers into a dream. If you can't escape the dream in time, you'll fall into eternal sleep and be devoured. After Inmu is slain, Akaza will arrive on the battlefield. Danger level 7. Slay Inmu to obtain a level 7 treasure chest. May contain 70 train coins, 1 nightmare pendant. If no passengers are injured, you will receive 1 level 7 key. If Rengoku Kyojiro survives, you will receive a skill card, Flame Breathing. Additional info, Niche Iron Blade, forged from Crimson Red Sand Iron and Crimson Red Ore. Has special properties that inhibit demon regeneration. The only tool capable of harming demons, Inmu, Lower Moon 1 of the 12 Kizuki. Cunning and twisted, enjoys others' suffering. Uses blood demon art to create dreams, Akaza, Upper Moon 3 of the 12 Kizuki. Respects the strong, despises the weak, never harms women. Wields powerful combat techniques via blood demon art. Yeah, that really was a lot more intel than before. Before it just showed the danger rating. No mention of treasure chests or what they might contain. Now it even tells you what extra rewards you get for certain conditions. And gives some background info on danger sources. Infinite Train, Rengoku Kyojuro, Demon's Lair. Lee Huizi's from the Demon Slayer world, isn't she? Right. What's just a manga to us is history to them. Nightmare Pendant. Wonder what it does? If no passengers are injured, you get a level 7 key too. So I gotta protect these regular passengers, huh? If Rengoku Kyojuro survives, I also get a skill card. Flame breathing, huh? Looks like I've got more anime to catch up on tonight. 7:30 a.m., daily breakfast time. Even though the kitchen was expanded through modification, with all the new appliances, it was starting to feel crowded again. Chizhao sipped on his soy milk and looked at Zijian. Did you buy the niche iron blade? The price didn't go down. He's asking 300 train coins, and you only budgeted 10. Chizhao. Yesterday he hit level 30 and only had 18 train coins left on him. What the hell, why is it so expensive? Zijian scratched the corner of her mouth and recalled, he said it's the crimson niche iron blade that was used by Yoriichi Tsujikuni. Only one in existence, even the Demon King fears it, so it's pricey. Damn it, then just buy a regular one. Even the regular ones cost 30 train coins. Too expensive. What kind of crappy sword costs that much? Chizhao frowned. Seeing him frown, Zijian said, I'll go try to haggle again. She summoned a screen, found the seller, and resumed bargaining. Make sure it's a niche iron blade from the Demon Slayer world. Don't buy the wrong thing. Yeah, I know, I won't mess it up. Sigh. When the station rewards spits out train coins later, you can use those to buy the sword. What about the leftovers? Any discount you get, you keep the difference. Really? Hearing that, Zijian bargained even harder. Chizhao sighed. The station forecast specifically warned that only niche iron blades can harm demons. It wouldn't include that for no reason, so Chizhao had to take it seriously. Better prepare for the chance that nothing else works on demons. 7:50 a.m., the train arrived. Clear skies, beautiful weather. As the train stopped, Chizhao got off to inspect. Sure enough, just like the station forecast said, the back of his train was connected to the back of the infinite train. Like a pair of dogs humping.